This is the D6 generation.
Dice are our vice.
Creating not too horrible content since 2008.
Are you crazy? That's like 400 hours of gamer nonsense.
Oh, I think we're well past that. This episode, more Dungeons & Dragons live play. The Sands of Khassan.
Hey, welcome back to another D6G Pip, another episode of the Sands of Khassan, sorry. I added an extra T there for emphasis. We'll throw it over to John here to kick us off with what happened last time there, Johnny.
All right, so here we are. At the moment, you're hanging out at the Golden Camel, but let's do a little recap from for this session. So having been defeated, Yernev informed you that the stronghold setup was a trap all along and that he had not been the Maelstrom's true leader for some time. The new leader and trap's designer, Khassan, had now closed in quickly and loosed a savage howl. It filled the subterranean passages, driving the were bodyguards and his pack into a fervor. Werewolves made of the stuff of shadows surged forth, surrounding Namfoodle on a slender beam posing as a bridge, with several more engaged, while several more engaged Azrael. The arcane archer's bridge battle would be the stuff of legends. His survival was a testament to his skill in the moon goddess's constant healing channeled through her warrior priest. Sahanine did not forget her own either, her favor ever present as the shadow beasts relentlessly bit and clawed at her devout servant, but rarely did they find their mark. Unfortunately, one of the rare attacks that broke through Azrael's defense was a bite. The cursed werefangs had torn into his flesh. Cal was viciously attacked by the inspired werebear bodyguard, say that fast, and also suffered a lycanthropy bite. The monk was grievously wounded, forcing him to fall back and leave Oric's flank exposed. Shadow poured forth, engulfing the blade singer, who soon discovered he was not alone within the darkness. Hakan taunted Aurelius to make sure he knew that Jalila was a target as well. Then he cut down the wizard and cast his limp body unceremoniously out of the shadows. Just as the conflict seemed to be turning, Yernev rejoined the fray. The war cries of the bear folk combined with his own as the former lord of Maelstrom bid them fight alongside the chosen. His silvered axe would prove devastating against the Shadowware, but it was Namfoodle and Azrael who slowed the favorite of the Raven Queen. First, the priest froze him in place with a glare through his celestial mask, and then moments later, the arcane archer banished him. When Hakan returned from his demi-planar prison, the battle was already lost. He found himself surrounded by Drell, Cal, Yernev, and the Bearfolk chieftain, but before they could finish the job, Hakan broke a Raven Queen seal and escaped through a shadow door. With the battle over, Yernev once again offered up his life and requested the Bearfolk be shown mercy. Several of the chosen tried to recruit the werebear, but in the end, his life belonged to Drell. So it was to the zealot barbarian he made his pledge. He promised to become Jalila's protector on his road to redemption, and that the Bearfolk would travel to the lower city to find refuge among the lupine. You all received a large sum of XP, and some loot was distributed. Later that day, after a long rest and some celebratory drinking, you all returned to the Golden Camel, leveling up. Azrael drew upon the holy moonlight to purge the lycanthropy curse from his veins. Cal returned to his students, and Drell returned to his book training while Nam rested up. Lastly, Aurelius's associate, Salim, reported in informing his employer that a buildup of city guards had begun in the northwest quarter of the lower city. He also let the blade singer know that there has been talk of a cave-in at the southern salt mine, and that more than likely a major debtor's arrest would soon to follow. The final information he imparted was that of whispers of a djinn wielder's presence in the peddler's bazaar. It is now the evening of the 24th of flock time, 157 RE. Aurelius has recently departed to once again visit Jalila, while Cal is yet to return from training his students. Azrael, Namfoodle, and Drell remain at the Golden Camel suite, accompanied by the sounds of the barbarians' calisthenics.
A lot of grunting.
2.
Yeah.
15. 85.
Give me a, normally you have disadvantage while you're studying your book to overhear anything that goes on in the open courtyard there, Drell, but give me a regular straight up perception roll. This is from a little bit earlier. Just to see, straight up perception roll, Drell, without disadvantage because of the subject of the conversation.
Where?
13.
13, they were not speaking lowly. So you did pick up while you were in the middle of your calisthenics that this Slim, he looks like he's been there once before interviewing with Aurelius and then another time reporting. And this is his second time coming there. So you've seen him a few times. You haven't thought much of him, but you did pick up when he said that there are whispers of a Jinn wielder being present on a regular basis in the Peddler's Bazaar. The Peddler's Bazaar is in, it's on the map. We'll go there when it's relevant, but it's in the lower city, in the west quarter.
Am I done with my studies for the moment? I finished up my last reps.
Currently, yes. So currently, you finished your studies, but he that happened while you were in the middle of it, so you were not finished then. Unfortunately, that was earlier in the day, so you picked up on it. You did finish your studies shortly after Aurelius departed to go spend the evening with Jalila. So Azrael is here, and Azrael also shares in those conversations with Aurelius's associates. Perhaps they're his associates too. I don't know. But he's always seems present whenever they show up to report. So he's around. And then Cal is currently not here. He should be, if he follows his normal routine, he should be home momentarily. He spends the day training students in the lower city as well. And Namfoodle, as always, is about somewhere.
Namfoodle is about somewhere.
That's usually right.
He seems, actually, you just see him now on a bunch of pillows feeding Chimchi.
He's got a monkey on his back.
He's got the monkey
in my lap.
There was some talk about seeing if Chimchi can run back and forth and he could shoot like target arrows at him. But.
Yeah, what I'm having Chimchi do is try to jump, and before he falls, an arrow comes under his feet that he can land on, and then he jumps to the next one.
And then he can ride it.
Yeah, he's like
I like it.
Yeah.
Then we have a flying monkey.
Exactly. Also, the clothes.
Well, Chimchi's not. Just so you know, Chimchi's not allowed to leave the suite. He's attached to it according to its owner.
Yeah, which is annoying.
But he's a rental monkey.
I'm sure we can afford to buy.
You know what?
Monkey
Every monkey's got his price.
That's right. That's right.
That's probably true. All right. So I can progress the evening unless anybody wants to do anything special.
Well, I did just want to ask Azrael if anyone had mentioned a name with this Jinn wielder by any chance.
Don't have it in my notes. One sec.
His name was shown
I didn't
up.
mention a name. All right.
I can speed it up for you. There was no name mentioned.
Okay, good. I don't have it in my notes, so hopefully
That's the kind of speed I'd be like.
Yeah.
All right.
I never said a name. So you
okay. I
never
didn't have one, so I was hoping. I usually write them down.
Oh, he tried to do a dad trick on his dad.
Saw that.
Oh, yeah, I've got the name right here.
Yeah, just kind of gave it to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with advancing towards the evening if there's nothing else going on right now.
So Cal, you plan to come back after you finish your training as normal, or do you have something going on?
No, I'll be back.
You'll come back? All right, I'm having trouble hearing you, bud, but
I have to turn my video off.
We all know what you look like, so that's
He's
fine.
underwater, so he's trying to swim.
Hear me now?
Get a fish
The
tank
ice
on his
is
head.
melted.
I can hear you a little better.
Still pretty quiet.
You're still more quiet than you normally are. Maybe you should go back to Minnesota.
Well, no, I have.
Or-
I can get my
Song.
phone going.
Yeah, it's something because I'm having a real hard time. But you're returning, you said, right?
Returning to the golden monkey.
Well, we're going to return him. All right. What?
My video off, but yes, now I'm nodding.
Oh, now you sound much better. Yeah. Yeah, no nodding. You can't see.
He went nonverbal as soon as he turned off his video.
Just as a point of interest, I hardly ever look at your guys' videos when I'm talking, so don't nod.
Nodding is bad.
Also,
Or as my
so,
father used to
when-
say, it doesn't rattle when you shake it.
Wow.
I had a rough childhood.
Aurelius, when do you return?
I always return between 10 and 11 o'clock back to the room.
Okay. So you guys return. It is now late evening. past 10 o'clock. And we are going into put yourselves where you normally sleep.
I
You
want
are
to mention
normal
to the
sleep.
I want to make sure that everybody has a conversation that Drell, you do understand there is a gin wielder in the lower city. And right now, as we all should be aware, I will need to take action to keep the unfortunate from being swept up into slavery in the southern area. I intend to have action to prevent that. And taking someone's freedom is the highest form of cruelty in my eyes.
Agree.
You have my bow.
Sonic?
Couldn't resist.
So I intend to go down there, and unfortunately, because I expect a gin wielder Drell, I do not know if this gin wielder will be in direct conflict with us, but I somehow fear he works.
Any
for the
gin
Sultan.
wielder is in direct conflict with me.
Well, then I hope to have your sword with this.
You can have. I don't have a
You don't have
sword,
an
but
axe,
you can
so
have my
It's
axe.
awkward.
I'll
If you
take your
really,
great axe.
really want, I'll go get a sword.
Wrong
I'm more
barbarian,
than
wrong
willing
game.
to do that.
I'll take your great axe too. Thank you.
Well, unless it's a euphemism.
You are
I do not
aware.
know of
Relis.
This euphemism of which you speak.
Euphemisms.
One of the other things too, Aurelius, when you were out this evening, listening to Jalila sing and helping with the performance there and everything, you did notice when you first got there, you noticed a seeming greater presence of city guard. But then they, as you showed up, they seemed to back off and dissipate. So
They're on to you, man.
well, everybody knows who all you are, but yeah, they seem to leave the area and let you do your thing. Which
no small water at this
Yeah,
point.
they do.
yeah, which Jalila and her bandmates, the rest of her group there, were very appreciative of. All right, so it is now. We're going into. So this was a long day. This was the day that you started at 12 a.m. You started your assault on the stronghold. You finished your assault. You took a long rest, and then kind of ended up at like 9:30 back at the Camel. Spent the day doing your various things, and it is now we're going into the evening of the 24th, which is rolling into the 25th. And so position your guys where you sleep. Do you guys sleep out in the main room?
No, I sleep in that little back room there.
All right,
Back
put yourself, and as do you sleep out in the courtyard in the open there?
Under the stars. Yep.
Okay.
He's such
I'm
a
assuming
moon
you
boy.
don't know you're fully armored and all that goodness.
What's up?
Seeming you don't need to heal. Are you fully armored and all that?
You're on my cushion.
Yeah, I don't have to reduce any exhaustion.
That cushion has a pungent, sweaty
You're on
barbarian
my
odor
cushion.
to it.
Here's the red cushion.
Somebody's been swamp assing there when they do their calisthenics.
Not my
A lot-
boutique.
a lot of-
You don't want
a lot of
that cushion.
planking- A lot of planking's been going on. A lot of squats. Yeah, it smells.
I light some incense around it.
It
Just in
reeks
case.
fairly fiercely. All right. All that being said, I will need a Constitution save from Cal with disadvantage.
Well, there you have it.
And there we go.
There we go.
We had a good run.
There's a whole 10 minutes of just conversation.
Oh no.
All right, that's going to be a failure.
Wow.
So now
we did. Yeah, never mind. Keep going.
and that's a really bad failure. So what now I need from you, Cal, is I need a
Cal didn't
wisdom
take care of his
save.
wounds
I
properly.
need a wisdom save with disadvantage from you too.
Cal, did I not tell you to clean your wounds? Come on now.
I licked myself.
Yeah, well, okay.
So
That's
I need a wisdom
information.
save with
Your
disadvantage.
self-gratification is not required.
No, that's not good either.
All right.
Oof.
Well,
All right. Give me a just roll me a D20. Cal, I'm talking to you, Cal.
Yeah.
oh, dude.
That's a
Dude.
9. All right.
Are you even
You
trying?
Aurelius,
He's
you
succumbing
you're
to the evil.
You're dreaming various dreams of you had a little bit of a nightmare there with this shadowy axe, heavy metal axe slashing through you, tossing the shadows. But that was quickly replaced with it started to kind of take over your mind, and you were starting to twitch in your sleep. Suddenly you heard the voice of Jalila, the last thing you heard, where you returned, and you could hear her singing, and it was soothing you. And now you feel like she's like kissing you at your ear. She's like, and then your eyes snap open, and there's this giant bear licking at your ear, and he's like drooling over you. And
it's like chicken.
He's like up on your he's
he was pleasuring himself earlier, so who knows what he's going to do.
he's up on the table, and he's like, as you open your eyes, he's like, you're gonna want to roll a niche.
Just let him do what he needs to do.
You're gonna want to roll a niche.
Don't fight it.
All right, so let me open up the initiative chart. Unfortunately, Cal, you failed your wisdom save, so you are in a bloodlust. So actually, Cal, give me another. I'll need give me a, since you're in a bloodlust, I need an intelligence save now with disadvantage.
No, that's not good.
Oh, I got to clear this. Hang on.
Oh my lord.
Oh, you're doing terrible. The good thing, Cal.
Don't worry, he's got to roll great when it's time to roll to hit.
Yeah, the good thing, Cal, is you're not going to remember any of this.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, Cal.
You want me to re-roll my initiative, John, or keep my initiative?
You can re-roll it and then type in the one you got. You can type in your own.
I'm gonna keep the one I have.
Just type in the one.
It's exact same one. Look at that.
I'm gonna run the werebear because Cal doesn't really have control at the moment.
Ouch.
You don't need to roll, and nobody else needs to roll except for.
Oh, good.
All right, yeah, I'll hold off then. I'm
Well,
assuming we're still asleep, right?
go ahead and roll it. If you're
okay.
Nam's passive is what's Nam's passive perception? He wouldn't hear it yet, but he'll probably hear it soon. So, yeah, everybody go ahead and roll. Just go ahead and roll now, and we'll check where you're at.
I've broken my curse. Let's go.
Nam is sleeping.
Cal, you don't need to roll.
Okay.
You're, so I don't see quite everybody on there. I'm missing.
I got a 9.
I'm missing Nam.
I got a 9.
All right. Well, all right.
You got to put your character on there.
I got it. Never mind. I got it. Here we go. I'll add him in. You got a 9.
Was I supposed to roll initiative? I thought I was rolling perception. Sorry.
No, not initiative. Roll initiative.
I'll roll initiative. There you go. Oh.
Oh shoot! I just erased you. I'll put you back.
Nice. Well, I had a 23. Just FYI.
I got you.
But a 9 perception, so I'm still napping, even though.
Yeah, that perception. You'd use your passive at that point.
Are we aware that we're not sharing a screen?
Are we supposed to be? Oh, we're supposed to be sharing a screen. Okay, fine. I'll share a screen.
I was a minute late, and so
I'm not in charge of those.
I'm on it. Sharing the screen now, just so we can see the bear. I didn't think anybody wanted to see this, but here we go.
Wait, you can see this?
All right. I can't see it.
Right now, he won't see much anyway.
Nam Foodle taking
you haven't missed anything.
Nam Foodle taking a nap.
All right, so Nam Foodle, this at the beginning you haven't heard anything yet. He hasn't been particularly loud, so it hasn't broken your passive perception. Azrael, however, you are way on the other side of this courtyard, but even through the curtains, because there's only 2 curtains basically between you and the. These are all curtains in here except for the outside doors, and you hear a strange. Beastly noise coming from on the other side of the thing. It's just kind of waking you up. So there's not much you can do at this point. You're just kind of like,
okay.
You can give an insight if you want to see.
I was going to say, could I make an insight to like somebody to
see if you can zone in on what this is?
Yeah.
Or
okay. I'll do an insight.
Yeah, an insight or investigation, either one.
Let's go insight.
All right.
Better. Okay.
That's pretty good.
22.
You're not only with a 22, not only are you like, that sounds like a bear. You're like, oh shit, that sounds like a bear. And you know that Cal got bitten by a bear.
I utter a curse in my breath and say, why didn't he freaking tell me? And I prepared my holy hands. Actually,
all right, so
I'm not gonna be able to move yet though, right?
You can actually we'll just call that your turn since you were figuring out what was going on. It is now the bear's turn. He's going to attack Aurelius. He goes all out on Aurelius's face. He's in bear mode, so he's going to try to spread the love first.
And this is a surprise round, right?
It's not a surprise. He's just before you.
Okay.
He got a 16.1. You have a 15.18.
Yep.
So he doesn't have advantage or anything. 13 is going to miss you. You roll out of the way as he buries his.
He barely missed me.
And then he makes 2 claw attacks, swings at you as you. An 18 is going to hit you, right?
Can I throw a shield up? Would be the question.
Technically, you can.
So I'm going to
because you're not surprised because you heard him with your
shield up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you that will be an AC 22. You have to hit.
All right. So he's going to his bite misses you. Roll to the other side. A claw berries and feathers go flying everywhere. And then he has you right where he wants you, and you have no more other place to roll. But you throw up an arcane shield, his claws bounce off the protective shield. So that's his turn. So now it's your turn. Do you want to, let's see, why don't you give me a investigation check?
Investigation?
Yeah.
I'm okay on that. Not my best, but not terrible. That's going to be a whopping 11 plus 5.
You're not sure where this bear came from.
He snuck in.
These
things are everywhere. In the desert, bears are a dime a dozen in the desert. You know, they're just everywhere.
They're a dime a desert.
So
dime a desert.
Bears aren't particularly indigenous to the region, but you have been dealing with you have been dealing with a lot of werebears.
I've seen a lot of werebears. You know,
maybe it's just because you just got woken up out of sleep that you haven't figured this out.
Maybe we just got to put this one down. You know, just one less.
It has occurred to me that there's a bear in my room, so I look around. I don't see Cal anywhere. Right?
No, you see a rather large indent in his bed where a rather large creature had been sitting.
Was it too hard, too soft, or just right?
Well, he was licking himself, so all of the above.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Too wet.
It just doesn't stop, folks.
That's my dad.
I'm not sure that was proudly pronounced.
That was not. No.
All right.
It's like, oh no, that's my dad. Yeah, that's your dad.
I stand up for
That's my
half
job.
reaction.
I'm the immature one.
All right, Aurelius, what are you doing?
All right. Once everybody's done making fun.
This bear is looking for a midnight snack.
Making what?
So once I stand up, I'm going to use half my movement to stand up, start my blade song immediately for protection.
And then bonus action dance. You start your dance.
Bonus action, start my dance, and then I'm going.
The river dance feet are going.
And then I'm going to step. I'm still within his range. I'm going to step here, but I'm going to drop a. These are windows here, right?
You can't fit out those windows.
No, I'm not looking to fit out there. I'm looking to shoot a fireball right here so that it splashes back and doesn't get me. However, it's not a fireball. Because I'm a now
roll. Well, there's a big bear in front of the window. Yeah.
I mean, I can move here if need be.
That's fine. No, you're fine. That's fine.
It wraps around areas. I'm just trying.
It's fine. Do it.
Okay. So
there might be people out there that you might kill, but that's fine.
It is,
details.
Disappointment.
Details.
Shouldn't be too close. Shouldn't be too close to the golden camel at this time of night. So it wraps around corners. So I am going to ask Greg to roll a DC 17 intelligence.
Well, it's not really Greg, and it's not his stats. So actually, it is technically. Greg, it is technically your stats. So go ahead and roll.
DC 17 intelligence save.
I should have used your stealth now that I think about it, and I didn't. So you might have killed him. But, oh well, we'll get.
Intelligence save.
All right.
Here we go.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll your not the way you were rolling. Probably not.
All right.
I got a 1.
Oh, he fails that dex save.
All right. It's an intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
You take 35 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
And it gets worse than that.
I'll take care of the damage for you.
Okay.
You are. He is bloody.
He gets worse than that. On top of that, you are going to you get to take an intelligence save at the end of each of your rounds to try and shake it. But during that time, you are going to subtract D6 from your to hit rolls, among other things. You don't have any spells up. You get a minus D6 to your attack and ability checks, as well as Constitution saving throws. While you continue to fail my intelligence saves that go every single round. And no, it's not concentration.
Are you done, Aurelius?
No, and I'm going to say, I'm going to say, hold, Cal, hold. I don't know if that's you in there, but pay attention before I have to slay you. And I say it loud enough so that anybody can hear me with that's possibly awake.
All right.
And now
are you done now?
Yeah, now I'm done.
All right. Drell, you were woken up by bear roars, spell casting, and Aurelius yelling out, "Hold, Cal! I don't know if you're in there."
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
can I tell? Like, so I would assume with danger sense that I'm wide awake and I at least am not like an idiot. But can I tell where any of this is coming from?
Yeah, you know it's coming from where Cal and Aurelius their beds are.
All right, I grab my axe, which is leaning up against this giant divan, and I go in here. They're not in here, huh?
No, you can hear it's all coming from over here.
So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I will dash.
Come whipping through the curtain.
Yeah.
Oh, I got bedhead.
Oh, there's a big bear.
Bedhead. And there is a big bloody bear. There's like blood dripping out of its ears and its nostrils. And it looks far worse.
To figure out who it is. Investigation.
You can do investigation with advantage at this point because he did yell out Cal. I don't know if you're in there.
I need it. Advantage. 12.
Yeah, it's not at this point. It's not that hard. There's to figure out. There's a big dent in the bed. He's like yelling at him as if he was Cal. You guys are all there fighting werebears. You've been fighting werebears. Were animals for a while.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm going to step up beside Aurelius and say something about not having any judgment on his lifestyle choices, but he may want to rethink them.
All right.
Don't kill him if you can help it.
No, I get it. I'm about to hit him with the flat of my axe if he makes it to the next turn.
I don't think you will.
No, not if you just bloodied him.
All right, Namfoodle, you're awake now. You're awake now as well.
Am I hearing the activity?
Oh yeah, of course you are.
All right, then I'm gonna.
Drell has never been quiet. Cal is. Aurelius is yelling. Cal the bear is roaring.
I grab my bow and quiver and
Poncho is flapping and hooting about in the room.
Where is the noise coming from? I'm in the main room now. I don't see anyone.
Aurelius and Cal's room, which is up here. Chimchi was sleeping and is jumping up and down on the table, jumping all around.
15.
He's 20, like every now and then he's flinging vegetables at the.
So I'm running
at the curtain.
At 15, the bear.
20. Well, he can't see you left the curtain open slightly. I guess.
Yeah, I'm here, John. This is as far as I can make it while I'm running.
All right, you can't quite see around the corner at that point.
Right, so that's where I get to.
Are you done?
I can see. Well, who's this? I can see the edge of a base.
That's Drow.
Shoot
that's
it.
Drow.
Oh, sorry.
Drow.
All right, are you done?
What's the noise? What's the ruckus?
Cal turned into a bear, and Aurelius was doing something that upset him.
Oh, I guess dogs are old news.
Another pet for
Azrael. It's your turn.
Hearing the Cal comment, I'm gonna dash 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Make it to the door. Ugh. I like that. No, okay, I don't close the door. Right here. Ugh. And that is all I can do with my action as I am working my way over there.
All right.
Kind of far.
I actually forgot. I forgot Cal has a better plus than this guy does. So we're going to do Cal. I'll let you roll. Just roll me 3d20 as you lash out at your original prey, which is Aurelius.
And didn't subtract the D6 from each attack.
Oh, well, that'll be a thing too. I'll roll the 3d6s, and you just roll 3d20.
Okay. So I'm rolling 3d20.
Just straight up 3d20.
That's 3d6.
29.
All right, so you actually have a +8. So the 12 minus the 5 is going to miss. The 25 minus the 3 is still a 22, so that hits you unless you want to burn another shield spell.
I burn a shield spell.
Okay, and then the last one is a 4, so that's going to miss. So another shield has to come out as he tries to get you another claw. He's just like savagely out of control, bloodlusting like crazy. He just wants to feed the lycanthrope beast within. Your turn, Aurelius.
I'm going to use my.
Did he have to do something else on his turn besides the 1d6?
He's going to make an intelligence save to try and shake the.
All right, make an intelligence save at the end there with your intelligence, even though you're a little whacked out.
It doesn't make a difference. He fails.
It doesn't matter. He failed. Yep.
Yeah. Track that D6s all the time.
I'm going to use this spell on Cal.
You already have. He wasn't able to save the entire battle.
All right.
So
Aurelius, what are you going to do?
I pull up my scimitar. I'm going to booming blade him. And
so how many more hit dice do I take?
Oh no, you don't take any more damage. That's just to see if you shake the -1.
You're trying to shake the effects of getting minus.
He's about to do more damage to you, but you don't take any damage to it.
Don't worry, little brother. There is more. So I'm going to first. This is just a regular attack with booming blade. We'll see if I can hit him. And AC 16 hit him.
Just hits him.
All right. So he's going to take first the regular damage, which is going to be 9 points of slashing damage magic and 5 points of thunder damage. And then I'm going to slash out at him again. Thump, thump. Easy, boy. Easy. And that'll miss.
That'll bounce off of him. He is wavering on his feet, though, however. Do you have anything else you're doing, Aurelius?
I'm just going to, I'm going to stand over here because I don't want to burn any more spells if I don't have to. And I say, take him down, Drell. Take him down gently.
Drell, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to rage as gently as possible.
Gentle rage.
This bear is barely standing.
Yeah, but I don't want to take any chances.
All right.
And I'm going to wind up and I'm going
I hope you don't critical him.
I look at, oh yeah, that would be bad. I look at him very carefully, very systematically and academically, and then I aim for his
recklessly
temple.
great weapon attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to recklessly.
Right. Greg, one of the things I think why the -5 wasn't showing up is you have two different things you have to click on.
The attack modifier.
You have to click the attack and the damage.
Yeah, I am not going to do that this time around. In fact, I'm not going to channel the Sehanin either.
So no divine rage,
no divine
fury,
no divine damage. No.
All right.
So just straight up. Okay, so just a 25.
That'll hit. And are you? Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah. Only
11. Are you knocking him unconscious or bleeding him out?
That's my goal, is to not hit him gently in the temple. Bong!
These things only regenerate, dude. Just cut its head off.
He goes unconscious. Like you hit him with the flat of the blade, cracks him across the jaw. See his head rears up, blood flies everywhere, and he flops down on his bed, just kind of bleeding all over his own bed.
Hey, it's the way it's got to be.
And so he's unconscious. So let's finish.
Personal hygiene is important.
They don't change back when they're unconscious, right? You got to kill them to get that happen.
When they're incapacitated, I believe. Let me double check.
We don't really know it's him. And there's a lot of people that want us dead. Just saying.
Could be an assassin.
No, it has to die. So
we have a heal spell. Just let him bleed out a little bit. Make sure he changes back, then heal him real quick before he bails his
he won't change back on his own until he is either dead or the moon goes away.
And it's dead, not like death save dead.
No, it is dead. I just double checked. He has to die. He turns back. He reverts to his true form when he dies.
Well, you know what they say is the only way to do this then.
Only way to find out.
That's right. Where's that Revivify? All right.
Oh, that costs so much money.
It's so expensive.
All right, so we're gonna come out of turns because only the bird was left in the rounds. So we're gonna come out of rounds. So Azrael, you and Nam can move yourselves into the room.
But I miss.
My bird goes
there is a big bear.
How did a bear get in here?
Unconscious. Blood is all over the place. There's blood on Azrael, but not, on Aurelius, but not his own. There's some blood. There's a lot of blood on Aurelius's sword. There's not really much blood on the axe. He kind of flattened him with it. And they're both kind of standing there, and the bear is just kind of breathing heavy and raspy. You can do that with advantage, considering what you went through and what you know about the moon.
I just wanted to make sure if I heard him say it was Cal, but just was not metagaming it. About a 12. What would you say that gets me in terms of insight?
It was at this point, it's like a DC 10 or 11 to figure out that it's Cal because of all the evidence. So you're fine. You're not 100% sure, but you're like, if you had to bet on it, you'd bet that it's Cal at this point. With those rolls.
Do you want me to be sure, or do we know it's him?
My alarm spells didn't go off.
He was wearing Cal's underwear.
It had to be one of the two, otherwise my alarm spells.
No, actually, it is interesting.
How does clothes work nowadays?
He looks like the Hulk when he comes down, just torn shorts.
So the funny thing is, with their stuff isn't transformed generally. So his there's ripped clothing all over the bed.
Well, then that kind of clinches
it. And the worst thing is his sandals are flying or totally destroyed. I'm just kidding.
Oh no! Don't they get some kind of save because they're magical?
Yeah, they flew into my.
Just remember that, Cal. Whenever the night comes and you're like, "But I sleep in my sandals." When you go to fly. Remember, I saved your sandals because if you ever watch the Twilight series, they go through a lot of shorts and a lot of sneakers.
You be aware that he's definitely, in my opinion, definitely Cal. My alarm spell, which I alarmed this room. You guys have seen me alarm this room every single day. It would have gone off if it was somebody besides one of the chosen. Unfortunately, we know Cal was bitten by the bear folk, and he must.
He never told us.
Cursed by that.
Did we know that?
Well, the person that would know is Aurelius because he was standing right next to him when he got mauled by the werebear. It wasn't a bear folk. Bear folk are different.
Okay, well, werebear then.
Yeah, the werebear bodyguard. When it was in the synopsis too. Aurelius and he were fighting side by side, basically flanking him. And then when the savage howl went off, the bear got all that advantage, turned on Cal and shredded him. And part of that was a bite.
It's obvious the curse has afflicted him. And I'm not sure if we have to kill him or there's some way to remove this. I'll have to research this.
No killing today. Give me a second.
Thank you.
I walk over.
I'm not relish losing my oldest friend.
Yeah, I did this to myself this morning. That sounded wrong.
Whoa. I burnt my eyes.
Now John's got to be like, that's
you licked yourself this morning too.
Like father, like son. I'm learning. I'm evolving.
I hand him a box of tissues and go, I'll be outside. I'll be in my boat.
Wow. I will cast Remove Curse, which I still have equipped because I had to remove the wolf lycanthropy for myself this past morning. So I will cast Remove Curse on Cal. So that should go away.
The cast moonlight covers your hands as you recite the rituals of the spell. You would pass your hands over, and slowly, as the moonlight consumes him, not coming from directly but from your hands, the bear turns back into a naked Cal, bloody on the bed.
Oh, he's naked. Sorry, and it's a dog.
I'm usually naked at night.
Except for sandals. Who wears those?
Except your boots.
Except for sandals.
I wear my cowboy boots.
I sleep as goddess intended me, with sandals only.
I just looked at everybody and say, a lesson's been learned tonight. And then I go back to bed.
Not as his name's cloak below, but so the little boots go.
So is anybody, technically he's unconscious, so he's not bleeding out. Is anybody doing anything for Cal?
I'm going to tend him with a healer's kit. Use one of those and make sure that he's not bleeding out, that he's stabilized.
Okay. And are you leaving everything the same in his room?
Yeah, I'm gonna say sleep well, my friend. I will watch over you. And then I'm gonna, make sure to put the blankets back on him and his boots. And then I'm gonna have Pancho watch over us and say, if he stirs, wake me up. I said to Pancho. Yeah, and then,
I grunt and go back out to my cushion.
Everybody I assume returns to their normal
I try to go back to sleep, but I'm all kind of wound up now, so maybe the monkey and I'll practice the arrow hopping thing more.
All right. Do you tell anybody when you scare the monkey?
I don't scare the monkey.
I'm just kidding.
By the way, I look out the window and see if anybody else's head is big.
They all wake up in the morning and there's just a stuffed chimchee there.
It's a monkey pit on the wall.
I don't know what happened to him. He just was there like that when I came.
Oops.
What's that?
This could go wrong in so many ways.
I'm gonna look out the window, make sure I didn't splatter anybody's brain cells across the street when I cast that synaptic static.
It's a 20-foot radius.
It's 20-foot radius. I cast it.
But if you cast it level with the window, it only goes 10 feet down, so it barely would scratch the.
Right.
You're pretty high up in the suite, so you're probably fine. I just like to give you a hard time with that, but you're fine.
That's as far as it would make it, as far as getting the person next to me. But yeah, that's right. Okay.
Well,
cool.
That's your balcony on the way.
I would feel terrible, but I killed a minion.
You killed your patio plant with it, but besides that, all right. Cal, you wake up being so beaten and tired. You wake up, and everybody gets a full rest. So because that was early in the evening, so you all can have your spells back and everything. You could always just sleep a little later. You usually do your long rests over a 12-hour period anyway, because of your watches. And when you don't have to have a guard, it's only like 6 to 8 hours. So you're fine as far as long rests go. So you can have all your spells back. But Cal, you wake up in the morning. Do you normally not sleep with? Well, whatever you normally sleep with is torn, like laying, and you're whatever you normally wear, you're not wearing, and nobody cleaned up your bed, so your bed's all covered in blood. You kind of just have blood and you have no memory of anything that happened because you failed your intelligence test. So, and you have a headache, and your body aches like you've been through another fight in the stronghold, but But besides that,
wake up when you wake up. I assume, does Pancho wake up?
Besides that,
well, I was going to say the stuff on that little table between your beds is all knocked around. The plants knocked over next to your bed, and so.
Yeah, I don't remember going to the tavern last night.
If Pancho wakes me up when he wakes up, I go, "Oh, you were tossing and turning last night."
Apparently, you reached womanhood too, because your bed is a mess.
Wow.
That.
So.
A little aggressive with the scratching last night. Must be bad fleas or bed bugs.
So you're a mess. So anyway,
I don't sleep on the bed. I sleep on the floor underneath the table. So
from now on.
Well, I usually do. I usually sleep in a tucked away place.
Well, I told you to put your miniature where you were, and you were on.
Oh,
the bed.
sorry.
I can't
kicked the dog off
last night. Good.
So for some reason you slept on the bed.
Enjoying the bed last night.
maybe it was the lycanthropy running through you that just made you feel different, and you slept on a bed.
I get some roll of newspaper and beat him off the bed. Bad, Cal, back.
Yeah, maybe because according to the Goldilocks thing, the bears like the beds as more opposed to dogs.
Yeah, that could be the Goldilocks.
So it could all be part of the same thing.
This bed's just right.
All right. So it is now the 25th. It is a pretty nice day out, a little overcast and over the city. The only thing you have on the docket today, and we can go right to that unless anybody wants to do any. Oh, I assume some of you want to do your normal daily routines. But this evening, around between 10 and 11, Billigir had reached out to Namfoodle, who, when he let her know through the Drugar ear cuffs of sending that you guys had taken care of the stronghold, she had said she wanted to meet with you, and that's this evening, the 25th. So that is the only thing on the calendar for the day. I assume, Drell, you're working out with the book?
I'm going to work out with the book, but I am also going to take a little bit of time. So I'm going to start early on the book.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take in the middle of the afternoon, I'm going to go visit the hearth.
Okay.
and just see if Abal has any news on any gin wielder goings on in the rag market or the Paupers Fair or wherever it was. Poor people selling and buying things.
The Peddler's Bazaar?
Peddler's Bazaar. That's what it is.
You are so not really close.
No, not even.
John Nam's got to run some errands.
Okay, yeah, let's
go to Jalila, and we're gonna meet Filigir at the inn or meeting.
The Stout Brewery.
Well, so I meet them at the Stout Brewery at 10 to 11. 10
okay, so 10 p.m. Stout Brewery. We'll call it 10 p.m. roughly. So Drell is training and then going to visit Cal. Are you doing your student training?
Yes, I'll do my student.
Cal, give me insights and give me a perception and insight check, your normal one.
Which one, insight or perception?
Both. Perception, then insight.
Insight.
23 perception.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then give me an insight. Equivalent insight would be nice.
20.
That's pretty good. So you the maybe it was your weariness and just eagerness to get back with your students, but you seem to have be a little short with them, and they seem to be a little distant from you. But you with those roles, you noticed a palatable difference between your own how you feel with your students today and how they feel with you. And you do run into some of the lupine every now and then while you're training. And the couple that you ran into the day before seemed very standoffish and kind of side-eyed you, and that they almost look like surprised when they first see you, and then they're like, and it's back to the old ways that everything was prior to that. So everything seems to be back to the status quo from before.
Myself a little sniff check. Make sure I'm okay.
Yeah, you smell like dog, which is good.
Status is not quo.
All right. And then, so Aurelius, you're going, what are you doing during the day, Aurelius?
As I normally do, I'm scribing my spells, and then for 8 hours, then I go to Jalila for the rest of the day.
Okay.
As soon as I'm done around dinner time, and stay there till about 10 or 11. And keep an eye. And I'm going to have, tonight I'm going to do, while she's singing, use Poncho to keep an eye on the buildup of guards, kind of look, kind of go deaf and blind and have Poncho fly around and look flying at night at the guard buildup and kind of get an idea of where they are.
Okay. And then Ezra, what were you going to do for the day?
I have some money I was going to go donate to Crescent Blade.
All right, but if you just send me a text with that.
I was going to say, I have it already written down.
Then I have a record of
afterwards. Oh, I texted for session. I already have it written down.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, just text it to me.
Yeah.
And you can definitely do that. Are you going to pass any additional information to them with what's been going on, or just give them money?
I'll let them know about the whole maelstrom, how that fell.
Okay, so you
I
generally
will also let them know about the intended strike of the Sultan.
Okay.
And how it looks like we will have to finally emerge, because this is going to be the deciding moment where it's us versus the Sultan in open daylight. Everybody can see it, or moonlight.
So in general, when you visit them, you're sharing the information that and the things that go on with you. I can assume that.
Yeah, I'm pretty open about it. They're my order, and I trust them a lot. So.
That's good to know. And then Nam, what are you doing with this day?
I need to do a little shopping, and then I got to do the stuff we talked about on Sunday.
Well, that actually is the next day, but
okay, never mind. Then I'm going to do some light shopping, and I'm just going to restock my arrows and a few other supplies. So,
all right, if it's just regular stuff, you can wander around the. You can either buy it in the inner city; they have all the higher quality stuff, or you can go to the either one of the outer wings, which is where kind of the middle class is, or you can go to the lower city if you want, right? Which is where the tail feathers are.
Actually, I'm going to go to the lower city because I also want to kind of see how the unfortunate are doing.
Okay.
How are they doing?
They, when they see you, you guys are recognizable. Drell, you usually don't spend too much time in there when you head out to the hearth because it's kind of a short path through the. Let's pull up that map so we know what we're looking at here. going to move you guys to the overall map of Khassan real quick.
The unfortunate.
While you guys do your daily duties here.
You said duty.
So they call them so you have the northern wing and the southern wing. So when you go to the wings, you actually come off of the inner city, so you don't actually pass through so you're not really seeing what, but Cal and Nam, I'm sorry, and Cal's down there too doing his training, but he's kind of on the southern side of the city, and it seems like, so if you zoom in, I don't know if you guys can see in the tail, I'm going to ping right here. There's actually a labeled banner. That's the Peddler's Bazaar. So that's the Peddler's Bazaar. And it's been in this area where the buildup has been. And the Peddler's Bazaar is where that Jinn wielder was spotted. So Nam, you notice that people recognize you, and they come up and shake your hand. Everybody kind of wants to touch you, like, for good luck, and they all want to say their thanks. They're still living mostly in squalor. I mean, things haven't changed that much. You do see some people that are doing better than others, but their spirits are definitely on the uprise. Some of them, you do see as you walk around your shopping, you see like a city guard here or there. And like when the city guard shows themselves, the two things happen. This happens to any of you that are down there too. The first thing is that a person might be approaching you to say something. They see the city guard and they make themselves scarce, one of the unfortunates. Then when you make eye contact with the city guard, they do the same thing and make themselves scarce. So it's kind of like this double reaction that happens. If the city guard sees you first, they kind of back away too. They are not, but you don't remember, you haven't spent a lot of time in the lower city personally, Nam, but you don't remember, and this is only when you go up to the northeast corridor, which the northeast section of the lower city, which is right here where it seems heavier. Everywhere else it seems either lighter in general, or there's just not that many people there. There's always a decent presence near the gates into the city, and also the gates to the inner city. But so that's what's going on with you. Drell. So yes. When you visit Ebal the Fist, she lets you know.
Yeah, I just call her Ebal.
Okay.
The fist thing is very uncomfortable for me.
Well, it's her gladiator. It's her gladiator title, so
Yeah.
You know how some people feel about that.
Yeah.
So you don't have to call her the Fist.
It's okay. Go carry on. Carry on.
Where is so let's see. So she lets you know, she says there's definitely, when you mention it, she's like, yeah, I was gonna hoping you'd come by. There has been, now I'm in a different part of the city, but I do know some people, and you had asked me to keep an eye out, and I've been trying to have people, mostly I've got our people, which, this organization is not, it's not very organized.
Mm-hmm.
So messages are really hard for them to pass along. And you don't really know what kind of numbers you're dealing with, but she had been kind of keeping more towards the arena, which is in the lower southern wing down here. And so she'd been looking around that area more for Jinn wielders, but she did say she heard tell that this one Jinn wielder keeps showing up in the Peddler's Bazaar, which is a low-end market, which, Nam, you might find yourself at the Peddler's Bazaar anyway, just looking for stuff, because they do sell all kinds of stuff. And there supposedly is an individual it's weird because they're kind of making known that and they don't show up every day, but they show up on a regular basis. And her sources were able to identify the Jinn wielder as Karamah.
It is Karamah, wielder of the Tao.
I love caramel.
I thought as much.
So apparently Karamah, he's some sort of, from what people say, he's some sort of wielder of the elements, as well as the Jinn, and some sort of like magic sorcerer or warlock or something like that. It's kind of a really for a caster, He's pretty ripped, kind of like you, and he's good size. He's not as tall as you are, but he's got the kind of the Aquaman guy look there. That actor, I can't remember his name.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he's got the beard and the long hair, and he's jacked. He's got all the tattoos.
Easy lovebirds.
I was going to say.
And they say he wields a giant warhammer, so he's that kind of sorcerer, apparently. And that person, he stands out.
I must have some help from my friend Musa.
He's always smoking these really. He definitely likes to bring attention to himself. He wears a lot of flashy jewelry and such, and he's got these long, thin cigars he smokes that he lights with his fingers. He's just like, just lights them up. And so everybody talks about that. She's relaying this to you. She's a fire-based, and she seems unimpressed with him. But she's not standing in front of him toe-to-toe fighting him. But so that's what a ball.
She doesn't think he might be a fire genasi, does she? I don't want to upset her or offend her by suggesting that, but
no, there's no way he's a genasi.
Well, I didn't think so. He's helping the frickin' Crimson Veil and whatnot.
Well, the Jinn Wielders actually work. They work for the Sultan.
Yeah, I know this. This is all connected. I know.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they.
This is John getting scared because his intelligence 12 barbarian is pretending he's put it all together.
Well, it's not.
I got it all figured out.
I'm not scared. I'm concerned you're confused. But
I'm not.
Intelligence 12 barbarian. That's how he rolls.
I am not confused.
A 12 is above average.
12 intelligence barbarian.
Yeah, 12 is actually pretty good intelligence.
I know. That's how I figured it all out.
But yeah,
I have a big board in the Golden Monkey with all the names and yarn.
Well, you can do whatever you want with your board. I'm just reminding you what you know of the Jinn Wielders' heritage.
Yes, yeah.
Why do I feel there's a bunch of pillows lined up? He's like, this is my guys, and this is my guys.
This is a ball of the fist. Nobody touch this pillow but me.
All right. So that's what you glean from a ball. Wow. You can share some from flaming cocktails with her, and if you choose some brew, and hang out there if you want, or you can just take off, whatever you want to do.
No. Of course, I'm going to share some of the spicy stuff and arm wrestler. Give her a chance to win some of her money back.
Okay.
And then I'm going to let her. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do, John? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to find somewhere on this character sheet where I wrote something very specific down. I am going to put a beautiful sapphire worth 250 gold coins up for an arm wrestling match.
Oh, here we go. All right.
And then John, wait for it. I'm going to throw the match.
What? Don't do that. Don't impugn your honor.
No. It's a girl. Come on. She may be a half orc, but
she's a badass.
She's hot and she knows how to fist.
She's literally hot, like literally. Okay. All right. So we're doing so you don't need me to roll then?
Well, I think the roll would more be I'm trying to trick her, right?
You can roll deception.
Yeah, because she might figure out he's cheating.
What about athletics? Give me some. I'm trying to lean into my strengths here.
Well, it's a deception move. So.
Oh well.
You want to just do it straight up?
Let's go back to intelligence 12 barbarian.
Yeah.
Watch me lose to. I mean,
she's gonna. Yeah, I don't want to endanger my life.
What's that?
Let me.
He's just afraid to
figure it out.
Lose.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm just gonna straight up. I'm gonna go straight up here. Let's do it. So what do you want to do? How do you want to do this?
Roll strength. Well, or roll athletics or strength. Athletics or strength. You don't have advantage. She does. She beat you. Square up.
Square.
Yeah. See, there you go.
She does this thing that you were like, your muscles doing, and she does this thing with her wrist that you've only ever seen someone like Cal do. She almost disjoints it, then repops it, and then gets over the top and slams you down.
Wow.
All those years of breakdancing at the temple.
Go Ebo. Go Ebo. Go
It's
Ebo.
your birthday.
Pop and lock.
Well, you've had many conversations with her. Your understanding is she fights very similar to your compatriot there, Cal.
Yeah.
She's not as strength-based as she looks.
Right. No.
But
I get it. I'm good.
But anyway, so she beats you in that. So that's that. Cal, you were just doing your normal training stuff? Nothing's out of the ordinary? Okay. And what you do notice is the bear folk haven't arrived yet. They did tell you it might take a couple days to get through the sewer.
Yeah.
So neither of them have arrived. You notice that evening when you, Aurelius, when you visit Jalila and you do your bird thing. So we're at the evening and then we'll just move to Filigir after that. So your bird flies over. You do notice one that what was I going to say about Jalila? I forget. But so anyway, you notice that there is a perimeter of guards that you haven't noticed in the past. They actively get out of your way, but they are kind of up and down the streets around it. So she performs kind of here in this court. I'm on the wrong thing. There you go. She performs right here roughly a lot.
Oh, geez, right there. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. And so they're kind of, see how there's these, there's the streets here.
Yeah.
Along here. And then there's the main street here. So they seem to be more in these main open streets and not standing in that actual, but they're kind of that whole block there. They're kind of around a little more than almost double what you've seen in the past.
All right.
Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. That while you're there that evening, Yurnev has not arrived yet either, and she hasn't mentioned anything about a giant warrior / bear dude showing up.
Okay.
So are you good to go? Move on to.
Yeah, I'm not going to threaten the guards right yet.
So real quick, Drell.
Yes.
One.
Oh, I did bring money for the cause as well.
All right, just text me how much that is so I can take care of that. So that's money you're putting towards the descendants of the Jinn.
The descendants, yes.
So I have that you've put in 4 days so far.
I have 30. I believe it's 4. Let me make sure.
Yeah, so you're at 32 hours. So you need 2 more days. It looks like.
Yes, 4. Yeah.
All right. All right. So that evening, you all find yourselves at the Stout Brewery at one point or another, somewhere between 10 and 11. Filigir is going to wait till the majority of you show up before she starts.
I'm leaving Pancho with Jalila with explicit instructions that if anybody comes and tries to apprehend, attack Jalila, head directly towards me. She can't telepathically reach me until she's within 100 feet. So, but she knows where I am.
Pancho tilts his head with his 2 owl intelligence and goes, "Who?" And you think he knows what you're talking about.
Perfect.
All right. So here we are at the Stout Brewery. It is late. It is late in the evening, as it always is when you guys show up here. You're all crowded around the bar. Filigir's working her magic, handing out the dark brews and the lamest versions of charcuterie boards you've ever seen. And all the crew there, all the people there, once again, you seem direct. I'm going to take Pancho out of here since he's not here.
Thank you.
I'll just delete him at this point. And so all the folks here you recognize from one heist or operation or another, and you're like, yeah, none of these people are actually guests. And after you all get here and settle down a minute, she locks the door. Everybody kind of peers out the windows, pulls the windows shut, and a bunch of assassins show up. No. The
freaking Jinn wielder. This place is lousy with them.
I ask her if she's seen Uranev. I must speak with him immediately.
You ask Filigir if she's seen Uranev?
Yeah.
She's like, why would I see Uranev? Isn't he dead?
Yes, he's dead. I elbow Cal.
He's so dead. He's so incredibly dead.
Give me a deception.
I thought you said earlier that she said.
Oh,
no,
my
that was someone
God.
else. That
Who
said
brought this guy?
All right, sorry.
Give me a deception
So
check,
fancy.
Aurelius. As you go, yeah, she's dead. I mean, she doesn't.
I'm glad
Let's
we
see
brought you.
how you roll.
That's a straight 12.
Yeah, let me check her insight real quick. Where's my filigear information? Oh, there she is.
I feel a little off.
She looks you up and down and she goes, as she slides a beer to Drell. So Urnev's not dead. And then she kind of looks over towards she ended up with a 20 and you got a 12.
If she looks at Nam just
she looks at Nam and she goes, now you told me to be fair, you told me that the stronghold situation was taken care of.
Correct.
So I just assumed that you guys killed Urnev.
Well,
So where's Urnev?
well, that's what Cal wants to know.
Wouldn't you
He
like
starts
to
sniffing
know?
around the bar looking for him.
Would you like to know the other
So
boy?
did Urnev get away?
No.
I look over at Drell. He goes, Drell, did he get away?
The man Uranev once was is dead.
Oh, Jesus. It's like Darth Vader now.
Okay.
Oh, my father.
She's all right. So he's not a problem anymore, right?
He is not a problem.
He's part
And
of the solution, let's just
And
say.
she stands up on her tippy toes, which still doesn't get her anywhere close to you. I mean, there is some sort of runway thing that she has back there that gives her some height so she can see over the human-sized bar. But she stands up and she looks you in the eyes like unfearing. She has no pupils, so it's a little disconcerting. But she just has these white milky orbs that she looks in your eyes with, and she goes, so I have your word, big guy, that Urnev is not going to be a problem moving forward.
I lean down on one elbow on the bar and I smile at her ingratiatingly and I say, you have, now remember I've been drinking spiced liquor all day.
And now you're drinking Underdark ale. So
Yeah, the good stuff.
all right. Well, that's good to know.
Word.
Because she would say, and she pans across. They're all sitting together. Her eyes cast across Nam, Cal, and Aurelius.
Nam just
'Cause
shrugs.
I would hate for this to interfere with any deals that we know of.
No, it's fine.
All right.
It's hard to find good help these days is the problem, you know.
All right. So as long as it's the situation's taken care of, the word on the street, and this is what we're talking about, the word on the street is the Maelstrom's gone. So whatever you did fine because they're in total disarray. The wares are all trying to figure out who they're going to follow next, what they're going to do. Are they going to join different organizations? Is somebody going to take the reins of power? So there's a lot of that going on. I hadn't heard that Urnev was alive, so that's interesting. Perhaps our reaches don't get, we can't, it's not like this is the Underdark of my days, so I can't reach into the sewers like I used to be able in the Underdark and get some particular information. So that's run by the rats. So, if he's delved out of sight using that, maybe that's where he is. But as long as he's not my problem, then he won't be your problem. Which is fine. You guys say it's fine. You haven't let me down yet, and you've been doing a great job. And so this relationship's been great. She winks at Nam. So let's try to keep things that way. So anyway, for the original reason I was here, and she loads up another, everybody tops everybody off with some more, which is light. It's kind of like Guinness, but even darker. Like the head is not the light tan of Guinness. It's like this gray, dark head, but it does taste really good. And it's potent.
I don't partake, but
Nam does.
Okay.
All my wits about me.
She pulls the
I don't know
untouched
this
tankard.
place.
She goes to top yours off, and she looks up and down, and goes, "Yeah, not a lot of drinking holes in that mask, huh?" And she just slides it over to Aurelius. The untouched mug, just leaves it with him.
Do I have two of them? No, two in front of
Yeah,
me?
you're double fisting now. She goes,
I don't remember
all right,
that.
so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, so with Maelstrom gone, effectively gone, and Urnev effectively gone, our next thing we're going to want to do is deal with the Crimson Veil, so the Rosh Shaka. But we don't want to jump right into that. So these are just my recommendations. It's your blood mostly being shed. You guys are the ones on the front line. So I fully get it if you want to do your own thing. But this is just based off of what I'm recommending. I think you guys should lay a little low when it comes to that. You can do whatever you want in the city. I don't really care. I'm just talking about the deal. So as far as that goes with dealing with the Rashaka, which is who we want to take out next to affect the Sultan and mostly affect the Vizier, so you guys can, honor your promise. I think we want to lay low for about a week, and then my associates and I will start doing a deep dive after this cool down period. We'll case and probe the Rakshasa for any potential weaknesses. I have some ideas already. I've been looking this over for a while now, even before you guys showed up, trying to figure out how one would pull this off. So I have some ideas what the best way is to get the Rashaka's attention. But I want to do a little more deep diving into two of their stronger areas, I guess. They have an auctioneer house/courtyard that they do high-end auctioneering with. And then they have this almost like a small keep or fort where they do their gladiatorial training. So both those are something I have in mind. But again, I want to look into them a little better, get you guys a little more information, because more information we can get, the better our chances are of successfully dealing with the Rakshasa, which I haven't exactly decided. I've got some ideas again about how the best way to deal with that is. But again, you guys feel free, just don't tip your hands. But feel free to do your own reconnaissance if you want, but I will take care of it probably a little more discreetly. So I would recommend that you let me do it, but that's up to you.
More discreet than our barbarian.
What's that?
So more discreet than our barbarian.
Your barbarian can conjure up a sandstorm that we can all crawl our way almost anywhere.
Well, that's not very discreet either.
That's true, but they won't see us.
Aurelius looks down at his empty cup and notices that Cal has another one.
I shrug and I pet his head like a good dog.
He'd wag his tail if he had one. The other thing that you guys probably want to know, I'm getting reports from associates in Shadowspear, and that's the Hobgoblin military city to the northwest. Getting reports that the Hobgoblins are preparing it to respond to the loss of their comrades. They're going to be coming to Khassan in a substantial presence, I'm afraid. This I don't think is going to be beneficial for what we're trying to accomplish. I'm going to keep my eyes on it and keep you guys informed, but this is something we might want to deal with before it arrives. When I say we, I kind of mean you guys. So
eliminate the hobgoblins?
Well, they're sending a substantial force down, but for you guys, I'm not sure it's that substantial. So I'm thinking, I got some ideas of where you guys could either, I don't know what. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see,
my snake is getting hungry. So
yeah, so I would ambush them. But if you guys have qualms about that, you can confront them however you want to handle it. But let me get some more details on that. There is a common crossing place if they're coming that way. And I have a feeling that's with the amount of hobgoblins they're going to be bringing. But I don't think they've got any super. That's why I want to research to see if there's any like bigwigs. I think they're just sending numbers to try to set up a garrison here, probably with the Sultan's blessings. But we've pretty much cut out their interest in here, so that's not going to go over well. But I think we should deal with that, slow their migration here down, so that we can continue to deal with what we got to deal with, and then once our deal is completed, you guys can do whatever you want to do. Finish off your end of it, and then maybe that'll make it a little more difficult for them when they arrive, finally make it here. So,
Villigier, I have two questions to ask of you.
Sure.
One, there's been a buildup of guards with the unfortunate, and probably in an effort to grab more.
Yeah, that's on the other side of the lower city. I've heard of that. That's like opposite where they are, where the
Do you have
stout
any
brewery.
idea who's going to be in what guard captain's going to be in charge of that? Who's in charge of that?
I think the captain that runs that area. And I heard two things. I'll give you this information. The captain that runs that is right here. Let me pull that up.
I get a little slow thinking of these things with this beer too. I know what you mean.
Well, I actually have it written down. I just got to pull it up. All right. The captain in charge is that is Tawfiq El Nouri. Is the captain in charge of that. He's been around a while. He's what some call a graybeard. He's a veteran. But what's interesting about what I've heard is that there's been some Mojir in communication with him. Something is going down. It's probably one of those debtors gatherings. They happen every once in a while. It's kind of sad, but it's just the way things are in Khassan. He'll grab a handful of people, drag them probably to the salt mines and put them to work. Hopefully they don't grab children this time. Sometimes they take children because they can get into the smaller parts of the mine.
The second, there's been a talk of a gin wielder in the same area. Do you know anything of this gin wielder? Apparently,
I have not heard of this gin wielder. You hear stuff about, things going on. I don't spend too much time on that side of the lower city. Do you know the gin wielder's name?
I wrote it down, but would I know it? Where I say it?
When
I lean in and I
no, you wouldn't know it because that's right. He got it from.
I wrote it down just so my character wouldn't know it. I know it was Karamah.
Right. I didn't know. I forgot for a second where it was.
We're
spoken,
talking about Karamah, wielder of the Tao.
If that is what you say.
She says, I've heard of him. She goes, Nam, cover your ears. I heard he's hot.
How hot can he be?
I heard he's literally hot and he's smoking hot. But the last time we had a
genie for a wish.
Wait, do you guys have another gin wielder? I don't need my bar wrecked again. Is this gin wielder going to come bursting in here and ruin our night?
No, I'm pretty sure he's confined to different parts of the city right now.
All right. Well,
if he's with Uranev.
I have heard of this guy. He's not to be trifled with, but you guys have handled pretty tough stuff in your, since you've been in town. So
if he does show up here, Nam will cover the costs.
Yeah, what I'd be concerned about, you guys better start watching yourselves traveling by yourselves, because that's where he'll get. Because I wouldn't mess with him one-on-one, but he might be more than one of you can handle, or maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe you guys could handle him, but it might. We let's not want to find out. I can't afford to lose you guys. And she points to she kind of the three guys in the middle. And she goes, "Yeah, you two, masked boy and big dad guy. No offense, but you're not really part of my plan.
Don't worry,
so
I feel the same.
I do appreciate all your help.
I assure you, without Az, not all of us would be standing here, and Cal is just as important."
Well, I
don't think she was talking to me.
Was
she not talking about Cal? Sorry, Az just as.
She's like, yeah, well, obviously, you guys. Well, you're important to my boss, and so therefore you're important to me. But the work you guys are doing, obviously, if you didn't have the big guy and the masked wonder over here, things wouldn't have gone smoothly through the warehouses and/or strongholds. So, I agree. I wouldn't be just giving out free booze to anybody. She hands all of you guys another. Can I get you something? I mean, can you fit like a wedge of cheese through that mask, or can you eat it under it?
I go. I'm pretty sure he just needs a straw.
I don't have straws. I don't even know what those are. But
I just don't drink in new areas. It's not the best idea.
So you don't trust me?
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of looks serious, and then she's like, she's over by you, and she kind of reaches out and kind of just gives you a little shove on the shoulder if you don't dodge away. She goes, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't trust me either. And then she turns back to the others. She goes, one last thing. So you guys are free to do whatever you want to do. You can close out the place. I mean, these guys will be here all evening. I'm going to Nam and I have some stuff to discuss, and I just said
I think we get it. We're leaving. We're on the way.
Yeah, well, I just
disgust, was that the word?
He has
people.
All right, relax. He needs help with his tower. I mean, wait, that didn't come out. He's got a real estate venture that I'm involved in.
I heard his snake was hungry. I get it. All right, we're out of here.
That's right.
Hey, John.
All right, well, anyway,
having grown up in the city, am I familiar with?
I'll return your archer late tomorrow morning.
Make sure his arrow's not bent. All right.
Wow.
So,
you ruin all my fun.
I'm going to turn to Azrael and Cal. If you wouldn't mind to accompany me tomorrow afternoon into the city, to the Undercity, where I'd like to speak to the captain of the guards down where the unfortunate are, and make sure he knows where we stand in case something adverse happens.
I want a date, so that's not a bad idea. I'm going to try to talk to my goddess tonight and see what she says.
I'm game. Hey, John, do I know anything about this captain of the guard, having grown up here?
You're on the other side of let's move back to that map. Your people, you roamed some up in the northern part of the lower city, but for the most part, you guys run the southern part of it. That's where, some guards captains down there, but you've heard the name before, but you're not
it's not someone I know or anything like that.
It's not somebody you've interacted with.
Okay.
You might have seen him or something, but you haven't really interacted with him.
Just wondering if he's an affordable ally or if
he's an expensive
ally. Well, the captain of the guard in your quarter, I wouldn't call an ally. You guys have an understanding.
Yeah.
Mostly he doesn't want to turn up a werewolf or get eaten. So he doesn't mess with what the lupine do for the most part.
I could certainly understand.
Yeah.
I don't.
Also, sometimes a coin might find its way to him here and there to help out with those kinds of things. All right. So
I'm going to head out into the dunes.
Okay. So you're going to spend the evening in the dunes.
I need to be alone. I need to think.
You get killed by the gin wielder.
His fisting
Eaten by my snake.
I'm on my own, guys.
It's my turn now.
No, you don't. So you go out into the dunes. You can sneak out too, especially if you want to use your own pass without trace. You go out like nobody's business. We'll just assume you know the ways in and out and don't want to be spotted. So you go out there, do things. So you're spending the rest of the evening. It's like at this point, it's like past midnight. Are the rest of you returning to the Golden Camel besides Nam and
I'm going to return there, and then I'm going to cast a quick spell, which I'm going to need your work with.
This evening?
Yep, ritual cast.
Okay, so we're finishing up the 25th with this ritual casting, and then we'll move into the next day. All right. And the next day, your white scale armor is going to be ready too at Drizzles.
Sounds perfect.
All right. So you're going to commune once you're back at the Golden Camel?
Indeed.
All right. You contact your deity or divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions.
Seraph, or am I communicating?
Most likely it's going to be Seraph.
All right.
You're not quite up there for Sahanine.
I want to know how to play it out.
Special occasion.
That's all.
You must ask your question before the spell ends. You receive a correct answer for each question. Divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient, so you receive all. In case where one word answers could be misleading or interesting, you might roll 25% chance. What is it? You cast the spell 2 or more times before finishing your next long rest. 25% chance the DM breaks your what? Chance for each casting. The first that you get no answer. Okay. All right. So we'll put you guys back in the Golden Camel for now. There's a couple of you that aren't there, but we're just going to do that for the background of what we're doing here. And you are now, Aurelius, are you involved, or just everybody else gone that's not there?
And I'm going to be hanging out with Az and Cal at this point.
Okay. So it's you, Cal, and Az, and you're probably going to do this in the courtyard because the moonlight's showing down.
At least get some questions.
All right. So you cast this. Takes you a minute to cast. Incense are burning. Technically use a focus, but incense always smell good. And so you all see this being up here before. Where is this being? Here he is.
I'm intrigued by the divine. I find it silly, but Cal, Az thinks it's important.
I find your arcane strange and coming from a strange place, but it's effective.
I'm glad we understand each other.
It's not popping up on your shared screen, but can you guys see that?
No.
I see nothing.
That's interesting.
I see it.
Nothing.
Oh, I know why I can't see it, because I now have to edit it to everybody.
I don't even see anyone else.
No, I got it.
Am's there just for the audience.
I don't see any other tokens there. I just see the girl.
Well, you're you're in the room by yourself. Everybody else is out in the other here. I'll move you out over there.
You're by yourself.
They're out here with it. Nam's technically is not there.
I'm just there for the audience to see. Oh, now the audience can't see.
Oh, I'll put you back. I'll put you back for the audience to see. Here, hide in that. Hide in this bush.
Put me in a bush. There we go.
All right. So this guy shows up. There we go.
Okay, scary.
The moonlight comes down from the sky and forms into this figure. He's a moon elf, but also an angel. And he says,
I go back in the other room.
I respect your divine magic now.
What do you need, cousin?
I have a few questions. I know you have answers, or you may not. First one.
He just looks at you like when you say you
covers all the bases.
He just looks at you like, whatever.
I respect you.
This is so Final Fantasy VII right now.
But sometimes you can be very, very mysterious. Anywho, my first question, I want confirmation. Is the Sultan in league with the Raven Queen? I want this to be true. Well, hopefully not true. But if it is, he must die.
The Raven Queen's shadows have infiltrated this city. And they start at the top.
Perfect. That's what I want to know.
Appropriately cryptic.
And he expands his four wings, and his shadows expand across the courtyard as if to imitate the infiltrating with the moonlight, casting across the fountain and reaching into the inner pillow room.
I look to Aurelius.
The rumpus room.
Do you have a suspected date of an attack or a gathering?
I don't know the exact time now. I would like to put some of my spy network on that, but it's hard to know what comes from above. My next thing is to see if this captain is someone that can be bribed or someone that can be cajoled or threatened.
You think if you were to call upon me, you'd be prepared.
Ooh, bird.
Oh, to which I say, can Fee use your sword?
Well, that
I
goes
can
into
show
this
you
question
how
now,
it
doesn't
works.
You have one more question.
You one question.
No,
Because he's running out of questions. You can't ask him now, so that's right.
Is that a question? Yes. Damn it.
Well, Seraph, if you're so powerful, do the guards intend to make a gathering this week of the unfortunate?
You have stricken a mighty blow against the evils of this city. There will be repercussions, and they will be coming soon.
Or it's the hobgoblins.
Okay. It's one or two.
The repercussions of hobgoblins.
I've heard rumor of the Light and potential allies they've made. Are the Light in league with any fiends?
There are fiends in this city. Many, some to the south, some to the north. They are intertwined within the rulership. The light, they draw upon the shadows, just like their leader.
So, fiend is another unrelated factor in this.
I wouldn't
Thank you
say
for your
it's
time.
unrelated.
I'll be seeing you again.
Yes.
I wouldn't say it's unrelated.
He wraps his wings around him and just steps in the moonlight, and Scotty beams him up.
And
Right,
he's the sword of Zahanin. He kind of thinks he's the shit.
Yeah.
He's powerful, but
You hear it coming across the moonlight. I heard that.
I am the shit.
I just look up to the moon. I know you can.
The spell says I'm not omniscient, but I barely left. All right.
Still within earshot.
I'm still here. All right. So, anything else you guys want to do that evening?
I'm gonna get a good night's rest.
All right. I assume Drell,
is not getting rest.
I assume Drell, you're doing your 12-hour ritual thing?
I am.
So you'll get a blessing dice then.
Huzzah!
Despite your interaction with Seraph Azrael, you too have a blessing dice.
Oh.
Not necessarily going to happen every time you cast that spell, just so you know.
I just was doing it more for information, so I'll take it.
No. It's good.
Yeah.
There's good questions.
I have other religious things that'll probably be happening soon because 5th level is awesome.
So everybody also should have an inspiration on the character sheet for long resting as well.
Oh, yeah,
so don't forget to plug that in if you haven't.
Oh yeah, there it is.
All right. So the next day comes. So now we are on the 26th of flock time, and Nam is off in the morning. So let's go. So Nam's not there. So Cal, what are you going to do? You're not going to be back for a little while, Drell, because you have a 12. So you're not going to be back till like noontime.
Yeah.
Roughly. So you two are gone in the morning. So Relius, do you have any plans to do anything before noon?
Yeah. Well, I do my 8 hours of transcribing.
Okay. So you'll be ready more around 4-ish too. So Azrael, your armor is ready.
Okay.
So you can just pick that up unless there's something else you want to communicate.
I was going to exchange the black scale for that as well.
Yeah, so go ahead and do that.
Yep, I already made it.
I think we'd already done all the pricing on it, right?
Yeah, we did. Because I had the money on hand, especially to do it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Like I haven't written it down, but if you want me to,
I'm pretty sure we did. I can double check, but I think I crossed it off, so I'm pretty sure. Let me check his ledger. And you have, I was looking at your guys' money thing, and you have the least amount of money in the anybody in the party, because I think you spent a lot of it. So.
Well, I donate a lot of it to.
Yes, you did donate a ton. So I think you
we have so much that it's not necessary for carrying cash. So.
All right, let me. I usually cross it off on a Drizzle's ledger when these things happen.
Sounds good.
Ugh.
Yep, you're all set on that. So.
Okay.
All right, so that brings us to
Can I make it just a this is just an aside. Can I make a purchase today before I go down there? I'd like to buy 10 silvered daggers.
10 silver daggers. You can order 10 silver daggers.
I'd like to order 10.
Yeah, they don't have 10 silver daggers lying around.
Yeah, that's right. I like to
order. I don't know
10.
why there might have been a high demand for silver daggers, but
I'd like to order 10 silver daggers, and you just let me know the cost.
One silver piece each.
With a harness, so I can just throw it down.
Let's see, yeah. So usually
Silver, I think, adds 100 gold pieces too, or something like that.
Reader's silver sword.
Silvered. So you can silver a single weapon or 10 pieces of ammunition for 100 gold. So it'll be 1,000 gold to get 10 silvered daggers, and the daggers themselves. This is out of the book anyway. Would be
all right. Well, let's go with that then. You can order
1,000.
Yeah, for 1,000 gold.
And 10 gold.
You've dealt with there's been a smith there you've dealt with before in the inner city. They're happy to do it and put a rush on it. So let me mark down. It should be. They'll have it ready.
Yeah.
So that was on the 26th. You're going to do that.
Just let me know when they're ready.
So we'll have those will be ready on we'll say a week. So it'll be the 4th of Wheelsun. So silver dagger ready. All right. So that's taken care of. So 4 o'clock. So Nam, you get back around 10.
Mm-hmm.
Drell shows up around noon. And then I don't think we have anything else going on this day, so we can just move it along. Unless shout out if you wanted to do something. So Cal, you're training all day, I assume?
Well, until Aurelius needs me.
Well, Aurelius isn't free technically till 4, so you could have trained. You could have trained most of the day and come back at 4. Yeah. So I'm going to mark you down as a training day for you for your peeps. Terrell, are you going to go right into training when you get back? So you'd be training till 8?
No, I was planning on going with them when they go to the Beggar's Ball.
All right.
No,
there is no Beggar's Ball. So who's
good though?
It's 4 o'clock. What's the plan?
All right, so I'd like to.
So you're free. You're done scribing.
I heard there's a Beggar's Ball. I want to tell you.
Everybody's there.
I'm telling you.
4 o'clock. I'm going to get some light fare. Have El Hess load up the camel with food as usual, and then we're going to talk to the party real quickly and say the plan is to go into where the unfortunates are, to try and speak with this captain of the guard up there and let him know that if something's going to happen, it'd be best if he either stands down or tells me, because I wouldn't want to see him or his men get hurt for something as simple as slavery.
And how much time do we think they have in the hobgoblin situation?
Well, that's
Filigere said she was going to let you know more when she knew more.
Right.
So at the moment, they're preparing to move, so they haven't started moving, and there are a decent amount of people they're talking about. So they got to. Your understanding from the conversation that went on is that they have to organize. I mean, they're pretty organized groups, so it shouldn't be too far away. But she was going to let you know when they started move so that you could meet them at this. It's basically a ford in the river that crosses that from where they'd be coming from, and it's the best place for them to cross with a large number of military.
All right. So the plan is to kind of browbeat them and let them know we know they're coming. If they do come, that we're going to come back at them, and we really don't want to have that altercation. And so they can do as they wish. Let's see how they react.
All right. So it's by the time you get to the Dalila's after preparing all the food and everything, it's past 5 o'clock, going on closer to 6 o'clock in the evening.
Is where we hand out the food.
There are local it's like a sheriff's office, but you wouldn't call them a sheriff. But there's local barracks, let's call it, or garrisons within those cities. They don't hold a ton of people. Most of the guards probably sleep in their own homes, but they rotate through these garrisons if they're on watch and at night watch and those kinds of things. And they probably do 3 days on, 4 days off types of things, or shifts like that. So the garrisons do have people on there. And so that's, if you wanted to go there, you might be able to find the captain.
I'm going to wander in there now that we've got backup. And when one of the guards tries to walk away, I'm like, don't walk away. We've got questions. I need to know where your captain is, Captain Doric El Norik.
Do you want to give me intimidation or persuasion, however you want to lay it out to this guard that you just approached?
I am always about persuasion right now.
So here's an average Khassan guard. He is dressed in the purple and yellows, has the shield there with the gem, which is the major symbol, that and scimitars of the Sultan and his family. They carry spears and shields and wear chainmail, and they look much like the rest of the indigenous people of Khassan. And there are men and women guards.
I got 15 in persuasion to say, where's your captain? We need to talk.
Yes. Always happy to serve the people. I will take you to captain. And he brings you to a garrison. There's a couple guys out there. He speaks in a whisper to him, basically saying, captain. And a few moments later, it's just it's a small building, relatively small, enough to house probably a dozen or so men. It has like a little wooden porch on it. it looks like much of the lower city. It's not much to look at, even though it's a military building. It's still kept about as it's made of this like pale or khaki colored baked brick. And this gentleman comes walking out.
It's the captain.
And he says, evening, Saeed. Do you wish to report a crime or something? What can I do?
My understanding is that a crime may occur, and some of the unfortunate may be swept up.
Oh, somebody has tipped you off. How excellent. You are well-standing citizens in this city. I would be happy to aid you. And then he looks you all up and down, like all 5 of you are there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like looks over and he goes, although I'm not sure you need my.
Well, let me tell you exactly how I foresee things. My understanding is there's going to be an order coming down from the Mojir to take some of these unfortunates who get in the way and bring them to the salt mines. Your men may be in the way, may be used to do that. I'm asking you right now, as one warrior to another who cares about your men for whatever you care, to stand down, let me know when they are going to do this, and then step aside, for I will not allow the unfortunates to be taken in slavery, and I do not wish you or your men to be hurt. I am willing to work with you on this. I prefer not to work against you.
He says, use persuasion again or intimidation. Sounds like you're persuading him.
I'm trying to persuade him, yeah.
This is our boldest move yet against the Sultan.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Ouch.
Oh, dear.
He says,
Not very charismatic.
your words, what's that movie? Your words do not sway me. No, he says, yes, yes, you are, like I said, you are important. You are the chosen, after all, of Khassan. You are important people, but there are laws. And if we let everybody, who didn't pay taxes, if there wasn't any repercussion for that, then, the roads would start to come to ruin and, we wouldn't have the protection we have. So these things, you shouldn't bother yourselves with these things. We will handle it. I assure you that no one will be taken that has not broken a law.
I'm gonna insight check that.
What's that?
I'm gonna insight check that.
Yeah, I'll insight to that.
Okay.
I'll insight 3.
Oh, Jesus.
Make that 4.
Don't like that phrasing. What do you intend?
Not great for Nam.
Let's make it an insight party.
It's an insight party. I'm just waiting for everybody. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but
No, we all have that, everybody.
Oh, Ezreal, did you get an 8 on insight?
No, I got a 17.
No, Aurelius.
Joe got an 8.
Right?
I got an 8.
Too many A names. Aurelius, you got the 8. All right.
Yeah.
Even Drell doesn't believe, with a 5, just for the listeners, doesn't believe this captain believes what he's saying. He's trying really hard to believe what he's saying, but the tone in his
concern
voice,
for the citizens is
it's
dripping
so
off here.
it's like he's said this line before and he's just tired of saying it, but he doesn't. I mean, with that insight roll, you can tell he with like the 17 insight and the 14 and 15, like Cal, Ezreal, and Nam, he could actually give a shit about these people, is what you tell. The other guys, he just doesn't believe what he's saying. But the ones that rolled higher, you can tell he even has a little bit disdain for his position and the people he's dealing with. He's not coming across to you as a very nice dude.
Yeah. So I've warned you.
You didn't get the that he's not a nice dude thing, Aurelius, but you definitely know he's lying.
Yeah, it's just
with an 8.
I have warned you what will happen if you try to collect the unfortunate while I'm here.
Are you threatening me? I mean, I am a guard of Khassan, a captain of Khassan, and I know you are the chosen, but do you really want to openly threaten me in my own city? I'm not sure that's a good way for you to go.
It's interesting because I wasn't threatening you. I was
the dungeon master. Are you sure you want to do that? Just
I wasn't threatening you. If that's the way
now I am.
If that's the way you have felt it, then obviously maybe you might feel something, some sort of guilt, or something might be in the back nape of your neck, because there was no threat on my end. However,
roll me another persuasion with that comment.
Yeah.
I'm rolling 2, but I'm using my new hidden rolls.
Persuasion. Yeah, I'm terrible at persuasion. So take that with 17.
Oh, that's actually not bad. He's like, you know what? He puts one hand on your shoulder. He goes, I like your gumption. I say we remain friends. I say that you do your job, whatever you think that may be, and I will do my job, whatever I know that to be.
I will tell you.
You're not the only. He looks you in the eyes, and you guys can give insights on this check too. And he looks you and he brings you in a little bit closer. You can all hear this, but he's kind of low, like stage whispering almost. He goes, "You're not the only thing to fear in Khassan." And he doesn't look like he's saying he's the thing to can fear, but he's saying there's other things to fear.
Ooh.
Yeah, Azrael, you know
That's
he's
gonna be 24.
Yeah, Azrael, you know, well, even the 24 knows this, but you got in the so you know this, Aurelius, what he's trying to say to you is and the 15, those are pretty good. Drell, you're like, ooh, that's a pretty lady.
I am. Yep.
And then you're waiting, and then he's like, but he's directly referring to he's basically referring to the Mojir at the hand of the Sultan and the Sultan himself.
I knew they were behind this, so that's it. He goes, I can, it's my understanding of what I've heard that it's possible, just possible, that if none of your men get hurt in the upcoming thing, that some of the loot from the Maelstrom may fall from the Mojir into your men's hands. Just to be aware of that.
Ooh, bribery. Well played.
For they are not without sin.
Although you just told him we're responsible for the Maelstrom.
Yeah.
That was awkward. You could have just gone with money straight.
He kind of looks at you a little bit quizzically when you say the thing with the Maelstrom. Let me just roll some. I'm not sure.
He's going to see a big 7-foot guy wander around town eventually.
Yeah, he's not. I don't feel like he'd have to roll really high on this straight up D roll. Yeah, doesn't seem like he knows too much about the Maelstrom. That's a little above his pay grade. But he kind of just looks at you when you say the Maelstrom, and he's like, he does seem to get your drift. And he's like, look, I say we leave it as it was. I will do my job. You do what you feel you must. There are other things in balance here. There are always other things in balance.
As long as we understand each other, we will be listening to Jalila tonight, and I look forward to a long, prosperous relationship together.
Says yes.
Of doing our jobs.
Enjoy this. I heard she's a very good singer, and the little I have heard, I would have to agree. And he kind of watches you guys from his porch as you guys leave, and he goes, remember, Saeed, you cannot protect them all. And I cannot protect all of my own either. And
that seems dark.
He turns around and walks into his office.
I use a minor illusion to put the blade singer thing over the doorway as I walk out. It goes, we will talk again, I'm sure.
Did you put it, because he was on the porch, did you put it inside so he sees it or outside?
Inside so only he sees it.
Okay.
So
Can I
inside.
steal his list?
We will talk again.
What is that, Cal?
Can I steal his list?
List of what?
All the people who committed crimes.
He didn't say anything about having a list. You can
I don't think there is. There's no list.
Try
okay.
Yeah, I think the list probably goes like this: that one, that one, that one. That's the general idea. Well, you've been around a long time, Cal. That is how the list works. You know, Khassan, they don't really have a list. They just pretty much everybody owes money in the lower city, so they just kind of reach out to whoever they want. All right. So are you guys the rest of you guys you all gonna spend the evening just hanging out and watching Jalila do her thing, passing out food?
Yep.
Okay. And then you are going to return to the Golden Monkey.
Golden Camel.
Now you got me.
Golden
saying,
Monkey. The Golden Monkey is
Camel.
Nam's a little.
That's Drell's fault. That's Craig's fault for having to call me.
Sorry.
What? It's not the Golden Camel? Monkey?
It's
Monkey
the Golden
Camel?
What were you going to say, Joe?
I said the monkey. I thought the monkey was Nam's thing. The Golden Monkey is Drell.
Okay. All right.
Wait, what time is it when they're going to go listen to music?
It's somewhere between 6 and 7.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the Golden Camel and study.
All right.
My study group.
So you start studying at, we'll say it takes you after going back. So you start at 7. We'll just call it an even hour. So you have to train till like 4 in the morning.
I'm gonna go back
7,
with Drell just so
8, 9,
not alone.
11.
You need 8 hours, right?
3 hours.
Oh, you only need 3 hours?
3 in the morning. 3 in the morning.
All right. What was that?
I'm young.
I'm gonna go back with Drell just so
Okay.
we're not completely.
So nobody's alone. You heeded the words.
Yeah, I'll stay. I'm going to stay with 1 second.
Yeah, you guys can group up where there's more action. I just want to make sure.
All right. So Cal. So the original Chosen are at.
I know the place is
watching
being watched.
Jalila, and the Guardians. The Guardians of the Chosen left them. So you guys are in the Golden Camel. All right. You guys, how late? You guys return around 10 or 11, I would say.
10
Joe,
to
is that
11,
right?
we head back, and we're back to the Golden Camel. 10 to 11.
All right, you guys return to the Golden Camel. It is late in the evening. Drell, you're up training in the courtyard. Azrael, you're being annoyed by Drell's training in the courtyard.
Yeah, good luck sleeping out here.
As you keep trying to fall asleep, you hear 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and you think he's cheating on numbers. Either that or he just doesn't know how to count.
I'm just not very good at math.
Yeah, not very good at numbers. Even
The
though
reps
he's
are right.
12
The
until.
numbers are just wrong.
Yeah. When Azrael, you hear it first. You hear a voice coming from straight to the east, which is this direction through the curtains and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can all hear it because the windows. So like Nam, you'd be in your room by yourself sleeping. And Cal is in his torn. Well, he sleeps on the floor. We decided on his carpet.
Under the table.
Under the table.
In his sandals.
And then Aurelius is in his bed sleeping. And where's Drell? Oh, Drell is doing his exercises on his sweaty cushion.
You bet.
And Azrael is trying to sleep across the way. So you all, because it's actually not being loud, you hear a very recognize the voice of Zolara, and it's coming from over towards where the balcony would be. Chosen, quickly! I need your help. Sahid Namfurul, Sahid Aurelius, quickly!
I come running. Assuming I wake up, I run over.
Yeah, I grab.
You can all wake up.
Trip up and run over.
Yeah.
So you guys all grab your stuff and run out to. You don't have to move your miniatures, but run out to the deck if you want.
Yes.
You see Zolara dressed in her gear with her bow, sitting upon an Arabian horse with 4 other Arabian horses.
Ooh.
She goes, "It has begun. They've taken them. They've taken the Mohajir and the god. They've taken many of the unfortunates." And she looks up and finds Aurelius on the balcony, and they have Jalila.
We ride.
Uh-oh.
These bitches.
She's like waving for you guys to.
And I found these white horses
onto the steeds.
I grab the corners of my cloak and fly down onto the horse.
Oh, there you go. She directs you, Nam. She only has 4 horses. She directs you to sit with her.
I will gladly do that.
She has a kitty backseat for you.
Bill Gear will never notice.
All right. So are the rest of you jumping on the horses?
I can fly alongside.
Cal, you
someone
fly
else can
down.
take the horse.
I need athletic or acrobatic checks for those of you jumping on horses.
I don't jump down to the horses. I just go down.
So you're gonna. Well, she was on the. She's at the balcony. So you're gonna run all the way around through the building.
And can I do acrobatics?
Well, that's how you're on the balcony. The horses are down there. It's the classic Zorro scene.
All right, I'm going to try and jump down.
You don't have to do it. I'm just telling you what she's expecting.
I'm doing it.
I'm not going to disappoint.
All right. Azrael does a triple black backflip, lands on it. The horse doesn't even feel him in his heavy armor land. Nobody knows how it's done. Oh, no, wait, that's an insight roll. I thought that was your roll.
No, I got a 9 athletics.
Yeah,
Joke at the 20.
I was scrolled up still at your insight roll.
I got a 24.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I'm doing a full gainer with a half twist.
So what happens is Aurelius lands
with your face.
Aurelius and Craig land perfectly on their horses. Azrael overshoots his horse, slams into the ground, and then quickly bounces back up onto his horse before hopefully nobody notices. And you do take this is pretty decent height. You take 4 points of embarrassment damage.
You just hear me falling over shit.
Embarrassment damage.
Embarrassment damage.
4 points of shame.
All right. And she says, quickly, we ride. And she turns her horses towards the southern gate and just kicks her horse into ride. And as she's riding, she says, they're headed towards the southern salt mines. They're taking a more circuitous route to avoid being seen. But I know the crossroads where we can meet them.
John, are we going anywhere near where my snake hangs out?
Well, before I show you where you're going, I will put up a map of the town and you tell me where you're snaking. I don't know where you're snaking.
Well, that wouldn't be fair. We could roll, just see if we're lucky.
Well, your snake would be way out of town.
He is, but if we're riding out of town.
Yeah, it can't be in town. Yeah. Your snake would be eating farmers if it was.
No, he's out of town by quite a bit. I'm just wondering if we're going near that.
Yeah, you're not going. Yeah, I feel like you guys. I feel like it's up here somewhere. Oh, you're not on that map, but I feel like it's up to the northwest somewhere.
Yeah, the salt mines are just out of town. I'm going to say just out of not that far.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on this map here, and you'll see your tokens on horses in the upper. It's technically not the northeast. It's the northwest corner, but in the upper right corner. But you're not that close. You can approach however you want to approach, but this will allow you to see what's going on in the moonlight. And let me move you guys here.
You're ready to make a lot of wisdom saves, John. Nice.
Do you all see that?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, look at that. So the light that if you look through your vision, you should see. So all of the city guards are carrying torches. So that's what's providing the light area in the circles. And so let me describe it. So at the lead is there's 4 Mohajir there, one basically at each point, one at the lead, one at the end of the line. So what you have is a column of unfortunates walking side by side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So like almost 24 unfortunates being marched. Their hands are tied. They're tied with ropes. They don't have shackles on, but they're just tied to kind of together. You notice there's at least 3 or 4 children amongst them. And then there is, so at the lead of them is a Mohajir on a Arabian war horse with splint barding. And the Mohajir all look. Oh, it's in a different place. You guys have seen the Mohajir. They're down. Under my end.
Nice snake.
Oh, yeah.
I need to get my new Namfoodle in there.
Oh, here we go. So most of the Mohajir look like this. They're heavily armored and they carry both a regular falchion and a great falchion, which is basically long sword and a 2-handed sword for the statistic wise that you guys have fought them before. And you stood off against them. The one in the lead is the woman. If you look at the token, you can tell. She is leading the group. Behind her is the captain you spoke to. That's the same captain that you spoke to. He's on an unarmored steed, just kind of similar to the ones you guys are on. Then there's a Mohajir flanking either side of the column, and a Mohajir bringing up the rear, all not mounted on steeds. They look very comfortable in the saddle. And then there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guards all escorting them, 2 flanking each side, 4 in the rear, and 2 behind the captain. And they, like I said, they all have torches held in their shield hands and spears in the other hand. And you've already seen so they're dressed in the colors, wearing the chainmail and the shields with the spears, and the captain is wearing looks like scale mail and has 2 scimitars, and is also wearing the colors. He has the gray beard, as you saw before. It looks a little aged, and he is also wearing the colors of Khassan, so the purple and gold of Khassan.
Okay.
So you're coming up from along the basically southern wall of the city, and they're walking. So this path here would take you to the city. This is coming from the front gate of the city where they would have exited, and this down here at the bottom of the map is headed towards the salt mine. So this road runs basically parallel to the front of the city. So you guys are running along the city. You can see this fairly far out. You can see these guys moving. And so you can approach however you would like.
Do we roll for initiative?
Yeah, it looks like Zalar is just riding straight at them unless you guys say otherwise.
And just so we're clear, we are coming from this direction?
You can see us.
Nope, you're coming from where you guys are up in the map.
Zoom out, man.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So
you'll be moving in from that corner.
Yeah.
So depending on how hard you're riding, they may notice you before you get to that corner. But you could also just basically get to them in the surprise round. Oh, because these Arabian horses move 65.
Right.
They're fast.
Oh, that's okay.
Because if nobody's saying anything, if nobody has any plans, Zalara will just ride straight at them.
So I'm going to, so 2 things. Can I cast while riding on the way here? Because I have spells that last an hour. So the question is, can I pre-cast as we're coming at it? Right.
Well, everybody's dashing, so you'll fall behind.
No. Okay, so no is fine. All right. So
I just communicate with my companions here.
It's kind of hard to cast when you're riding hard.
That's fine.
Engage the horseman first. Let no one escape.
I say the Mojir die first.
We have to make Zalar does. She says the most important thing is I will tend and make sure that none of the unfortunates are caught. I'll try to take the guards nearest to them. You all deal with the Mojir.
Done and done.
Nam, she said, you can have the reins. And as she says that, so you guys are charging hard. I assume you guys are cool with that. She's a little bit out in the lead. And just as you get to this corner, so they hear you guys coming because you're coming hard. So we won't have a surprise round. We're just going to do straight initiative and basically start you kind of like right on top of them because your surprise round was just covering more grounds because they're like, what's going on? And so she gets to this edge.
Move our horse, John.
What's that?
Move the horse. Where do we get?
Well, you're right where you are right now.
Okay. Right.
And then what I'm going to do is let's roll a niche here because basically they saw you a little farther, but they were surprised to see anybody approaching. Took them a while to be like, what's going on? And then they kind of, and now they're all of a sudden like, so we're just going to roll a niche for everybody. So let me put up the niche chart, and then you guys can click on your tokens and start rolling a niche.
Yeah, I'm angry.
Well, is there a way I could take Nam and position ourselves before we charge in there to cut off their retreat?
You can bring your horse in. You can bring your horse in from whatever direction you want.
Yeah, well, I'm not on a horse, right? Because the other guys are on.
You are on a horse. You're right here.
Oh, okay.
You can't keep up flying.
Yeah.
Because flying, you only fly at 45, and they move at 65, and dashing so. Unless you want to spend all your key points to step a wind. But all right, so let me roll for these guys.
I'm gonna have to reload here.
Your screen's freezing up?
My character sheet was failing. I'm just reloading. Just refreshing. I have to reboot. I'm just gonna refresh it.
Oh, I see. All right, we got the Mojir.
I'm coming. Here I come.
I got my initiatives at 7, but I rolled a 21.
You didn't actually roll a 21 according to it.
Really?
Here we go.
It's in the chat as 21.
It's in the chat as a 7.
Oh, that's my That's my owl. Okay, so that's what happens when you do the owl.
Oh, right, because you have it probably rolls underused.
Sam's initiative is out there, folks.
Oh yeah, Joe's got a 21.18.
Yeah, and then the owl should be, because we're gonna do Poncho separately, should be at 17.13.
Sam is 24.
7.13. But I can't get the owl on there. Or maybe if I click the
I can put him on there. Yeah.
All right.
Let me just get
Oh, picked the wrong data to leave Fireball behind.
I got it. Don't worry. Always equipped. Light cleric, baby. Yeah, I intend to smoke some up this year.
Is that legal in Rhode Island now? Sorry.
I don't know anything about this state, man.
It's a new flavor.
It's like upside down New Hampshire, I swear.
That's Vermont.
Yeah.
Good one.
literally.
Okay, it's just like rainy New Hampshire. That's
all right. I think everybody's in here. Has everybody rolled that and sees their stuff on there as far as we know?
Yep.
Except for Poncho, I got to put in, right?
Yeah, and I'll put myself in.
Where did Poncho go?
He's right on top of my horse. He was right on my horse.
Oh, he's on here.
21.18.
Ballad of Poncho and Aurelius.
I'd watch that show.
Song. It's a song. Sorry.
All right, should be in there now. What did he have? A 7 point something? I'm just gonna put him in as
7.13.
7.1. All right, let's do the descending order here so we can get this started. All right, Namfoodle is first. Now you are on a horse, not driving it.
Yep.
But you can do whatever your little heart would desire.
Didn't shooting from horseback. Reins?
What's that?
Didn't she just give him the
reins?
reins?
She said, well, she did say the reins are yours.
Would shooting from horseback be a disadvantage, John?
No, there's no rules on disadvantage.
Great. I will shoot. Let's see. Well, we're still grouped together, right? So can I move the horse and then shoot? Or am I being how far can the horse go?
The horse can go 65. So let's say it gets here in this round because you guys weren't quite right on top.
All right. Okay.
So the movement gets you here, so you can do your action.
Okay. What I want to do is I don't want to fire yet because we're all close together. And when they react, they could fireball us or something. So what I want to try to do is I want to wait till we spread out. Nymphle yells, spread out. And I'm going to hold my action until
actually go ahead and move the horse. Go ahead and move your 65.
Okay. I can't move the horse, but I can move me. So I'm going to go 5.
I can move the horse. Where do you want? I'll
15, 20. I'm going to go over this way, just to here. Not very far. Right, so we'll I'm just trying to spread up from the guy. So, and I did yell spread out before I move. That way, in case they have some kind of area effect.
Yeah. So just what we'll do is we'll do that, guys. We'll just move your token and I'll move the horse underneath you.
And John, I'm going to fire at, just check something real quick here. 10 feet. 5, 10, 5, 10. Oh, perfect. I'm going to fire an arrow at this guy right here. See this guy? Ping. That guy there?
Oh, the guardsman?
This guy right here. Yeah. That guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to fire a bursting. Well, let's see who we hit first because Nam can decide after. So Nam fires an arrow at that guy. Do I get any?
He wheels around with his shield trying to protect himself.
So I'm guessing no. That's going to be a 19. How does that go?
The arrow flies over the shield and catches him right in the chest.
Twink. All right. So we're going to do, I forgot to roll it for do the damage here. So I'm going to, hang on. Let me just click it again, not to count as a roll, but just get the damage up. So that was my roll to hit. And then I'm going to roll damage. And remember, it's still +2 because I haven't fixed my bracers yet. So the total there is 13. And then it explodes. The Namfoodle wills a little bit of extra juice into that arrow and it detonates everybody within 10 feet of that guy. Which means
that's 2 guys or 10 feet.
It also means the horse.
So it was, yeah. So it's actually,
it's all.
So it's the Mogier, the horse.
It's all 4 guards and the Mogier.
Yep. Do they have rolling dex save or is it just automatic?
No, it just sucks for them. So bursting arrow. Everybody within 10 feet of that guy takes 2d6 force damage, including the guy that got shot. So here it is, 2d6 force damage. I'll take it. 8. So 8 more to the guy that got shot. Plus all of his buddies get 8, plus the guy on the horse takes 8, and the horse takes 8. Just saying, might freak it out.
This is a war horse.
Okay, well, so takes 8.
And
that will be one arcane shot down. Boop. And then is any of the other guys?
The initial arrow hits that guy, explodes. He explodes with it and dies.
Yeah, little guts. That freaks him out, right? Little gore in the face. Oh, no.
Yeah, the guards aren't too. And all these 3 guards you also hit are all bloody.
Sweet.
From the force damage. You're not talking about anybody insane. They're just
and then the guy on the horse, he's probably fine, right?
He's not bloodied. He seems he's a Mogier.
Yeah.
He seems a lot more ready to do battle than
that's okay, because the Mogier is about to take another arrow. So here we go. Second arrow.
Right, fire away.
Fire at the Mogier now. The guy on the lead horse.
On the lead or the rear horse?
That's the rear. That's the rear.
Oh, this is the back? Yeah, I'm coming from the back.
Yeah, that's the back. They're headed the other way.
Head at the back of the line. Whip. Second arrow coming at that guy. Whip. It's going to be a 19 also. Sorry, a 20. I forgot I'm level
20. 20 will hit.
Hit him. And we'll do damage. I don't think I want to do anything to this guy yet. I'm going to save my other arrow for later. So we're going to do just damage now. And again, this is +2 to this roll, which was crappy. So he takes 9 points of damage.
He is not bloodied yet.
I think your damage is in there, Russ, because you get a +4, +2 into it already.
What?
I think it's your +2's already in there. If you're equipped on your character, automatic does it because you get +6 damage already, unless it's +2 arrow.
Yeah, I think he's right.
Oh, maybe it's his already.
You only rolled a 1 and it was +6 to the damage.
Oh yeah, so right, it wasn't the other day. Maybe we fixed it. All right, so
maybe it was in there and we just didn't notice
it. It automatically gives you that benefit.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, anyway, he takes 7 then. Boink.
I'm going to add 4 back. Well, I'm going to add 2 back to him. The other guy would have died anyway.
Well, yeah. Okay, and that's it for me. That's just the opener. I'm checking for my arrow recovery situation here.
All right, Drell.
You get some book back.
Yeah.
So just put where your horse can move 65, which is 13 squares.
Yeah.
And just move your token there, and I'll move the horse with it.
I want to know what's going to happen when I banish a guy from a charging horse.
Banish the horse from the charging horse.
Yeah. No, the horse stays. The guy gets banished, and when he comes back, the horse is.
Well, yeah, it just depends if the horse keeps moving, then he would land on the ground.
Guy's like, whoop, and he comes back at his.
Yeah, there was a discussion on one of the podcasts I listened to because they had this really annoying bird monk. Because if you make one of those a rock, whatever they're called, those as monks, they're insane.
Yeah,
and so
they're a broken race.
The DM banished him, and the boat kept going. And then when he came back, he fell in the water and got all soaking wet. And was having trouble fighting.
Now, if you banish the horse, which probably has a lower saving throw, the guy just goes flying out.
Yeah, I would imagine the guy goes. I would say go smash. That would look pretty cool. But anyway, what are you doing?
That's it. I'm done.
All right, I'm launching I'm raging, launching 2 javelins at this guy here.
All right, so you have your horse ride forward.
Yeah.
And then you launch at the guy or the horse. The guy.
No, I go for the horse.
All right.
No, I go for the guy. The horse didn't do anything.
All
right. Regular shot. Kind of like keeping him ducking.
That'll hit him. That hits, yep.
Yeah, take
22
that.
breaks his armor, yeah.
And this is Divine Fury is only on melee.
Melee, yeah, we looked it up before. It's just melee.
Yeah. So
raging only works on melee too.
So then don't take that.
So it does. It just does 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
It keeps your rage on, which is nice, but it doesn't actually.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And then a second javelin.
Nailed. His armor doesn't seem to be holding up against you guys this time around. You got another one coming?
Yep.
Well, that doesn't hold up either. So that do the damage on that bad boy too.
And
5. Skimming off his armor. He's still not bloodied.
He will be.
And then, are you done, sir?
Yes, I am done, sir.
It is Aurelius's turn. You guys,
right. Well, so these horses move 65.
The Mosier make it on here.
John.
Yeah, they move 65. That should get you to that guy there.
Yeah, they did. All right.
You should get you to that guy on the wing.
The horses move 65, correct?
All right, so I can move that far on the horse at 65 feet.
Yeah.
And I yell down, if any of you kill one of the unfortunate, you will die slowly.
Right. There is a fence there, so if you want to try to jump that fence, it's going to be like an animal handling.
No,
It's going to be awkward.
You haven't reached it yet. You haven't reached it yet.
The fence. I'm going to.
I'm going to put you on the middle of the horse.
Yeah, well, that's right. You put me in the middle. That's fine. So I'm going to need a. Let's see, what kind of save is it?
And there are trees. Remember, the trees do provide some blocks of line of sight. So
Sure. Let me line of sight blockage. All right. So I'm going to need some wisdom saves. DC 17, and it's going to be for. I'm going to do this right here.
What are you doing?
Do hypnotic pattern, and that's my 30-foot square. So it's going to be those 4 guys in hypnotic pattern. And you can make the rolls any way you want. It's DC 17 wisdom. And once I cast it, it goes away. Nobody else can see what I just drew, right?
No.
Good, yeah. So only you can see that, John. Boom, 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 boom. It goes away. You don't need to put anything on it. It goes away.
I want to put it there.
What is it?
It's an animated spell.
But he paid all this money for that.
Yeah, it's a twisting pattern of colors and weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. It appears for a moment and vanishes. So whoop, you take 10 to bring it out.
You get those guys, is that right?
Yeah, I can get, if you move it just a little bit further north, I can get all 4 of them.
It's probably not big enough yet.
It's 30 by 30. These guys are 30 feet apart. So I can just not even doing a cube, just doing these guys like you see what I'm drawing. That's 30 by 30, so it gets all of them. They do very nicely.
There you go.
Right there. Boom.
Good enough.
So
all right. So those so the 2 guardsmen.
Including the horses.
Yep. I got you. The 2 guardsmen gotta make wisdom save.
DC 17.
Neither one of them makes it. The captain.
Powerful juju going on down there. Oh man.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Captain fails. I know what the problem is. We don't have our Mohajir purple going. All right. And then the Mohajir goes.
Wrong colored dice for the situation.
I know, that was the problem. I didn't change my dice. Oh, he's actually got. Where's that?
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. How about
I rolled a 1 with a even better. So, and I didn't roll the horses yet. I'll just roll 220. I'm just going to roll those.
The horses can wander off too. That's fine with me.
No, they're fine.
Can we use the horses to attack? Will they fight?
You can't. Technically, you can't use horses to attack unless you're trained while you're fighting on them.
All right.
The only thing they can do while you're on them is they can dash, disengage, and I forget the other one. Disengage, or there's one more.
Dash, disengage, or
wield a sword.
They
wield a sword, fire a bow
in their
fire,
mouth.
Fireball.
What was your DC?
17. They all failed.
17 shows 16. Is it a bonus?
Should be 17 on that.
Yeah, it shows 16 on the bottom.
Make sure I'm right. The spell DC should be 17 on that because I'm 9th level now. So it's 8 plus 5 plus 4. So 8 plus 9 is 17.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't update on your whole thing, but that's all right. They didn't make it. So everybody there is hypnotically patterned.
Front of the column is there, and I can see.
The reason I like the thing out there is helps remind me that they're hypnotically patterned.
Yeah, that's right. You can leave it out there. You can leave it out there. It's fine.
Even though it's not technically there. All right. Do you have anything else you're doing?
Yes, and then I'm going to. I'm then going to start pull Blade Song out, and that part of, and then for my move action, which
can you dance while you're on a horse?
It's Blade Song. You can do anything on a horse. So the answer is yes, I can. And then I'm going to disengage, to use half my move to dismount from the horse. Can I dismount over the fence? Is the question.
Like a check's involved.
Yeah, I feel like just do an acrobatics check. You should be able to do it. Pretty good.
I'm going to do acrobatics checks, and because I'm dancing, I have an advantage.
Yeah, you have an advantage. Technically, I think you should start dancing once you hit the ground, but I'll take it.
Yeah, so
you're going to make that with either roll, so that's fine.
And then I'm going to move up to this guy and go, "You chose poorly. Stand down, or you and all your men die." And I draw my sword when that comes out, and that is my bonus action, and movement. So I'm done.
All right.
Actually, it's half to move, so it's 5, 10, 15. I'm going to move to here. All right. I'm going to move to the right there. See if they want to come and fight me. You want to fight? Fight me.
No one will fight me, damn it.
So they don't get a save on this either at all, right?
They're done.
Like
At
the end of
the whole battle, unless they take damage,
right?
Or some other creature, if someone uses an action to shake them out of stupor.
So that will make this go faster because the captain can't do anything. So it's Cal, it's your turn.
So I will ride.
Both the Mohajir captain and the she's not really captain, Mohajir.
I will follow. God damn it!
Again, and I look to the guard behind me. And go, know your place, boy.
It's because it's the horse. I will ride down here.
Today is not the day to die.
And then I will use my fly boots.
Day to dance.
Then move down to here.
So you're just going to fly off your horse?
Yes, I'm just going to fly.
All right, that's fine.
It's half your movement. It's half your movement to fly off your horse.
I think I have plenty of space. Right?
Yeah, he's got plenty of. It's half your movement to dismount. But he's got 25 left after that.
So then I'll position myself here, so I'm flanking, and then attack, and whack him with the stick.
Okay. Are you attacking the horse or the rider?
I will attack the rider.
Okay.
It's Cal in it. You're reading my mind, Cal. Reading my mind.
Who? And one mighty swing.
Oh.
That'll
stop. Oh, damn it.
That'll hit.
It's 25 for 9 damage.
Yeah, 25 hits and does 9 damage to him. He's not bloodied.
Second attack.
Slam into his, and apparently still hurts him through his armor with that quarterstaff of yours.
Boom.
I'll hit him for 14. All right. Still not bloody. Bam, bam. He's slapping into him twice with a quarterstaff. His helmet's ringing from where you cracked him in the head. His ribs hurt from where you hit him in the side. You got any more attacks you're doing?
I'm going to use my bonus action to do a flurry of blows.
So you're spending a key to do a flurry of blows? Okay.
We're going to first. Oh, sorry. I got to do that with advantage. Let's see what this one does here. That's good enough, I guess, right?
Well, you might get a crit.
Well, I guess I might get a crit. Yes, I'll say. Let's try that.
That's worth its weight in gold.
Crit!
Suck it.
Oh, he did.
There you
Look
go.
at that. Nice.
You did get the crit, so he takes 13. You didn't roll very well.
And he has to make a strength save, or he's going to be knocked off his horse.
All right. He will make a strength save. We'll try to make sense.
Well, just let me see. Is it straight? If I just throw him down like prone, is he going to be off his horse anyways, or should I? And would he take damage doing that?
Yeah, he's prone.
If he's prone, you knock him off his horse.
Oh, so either way,
whether you push him or prone him, he's coming off his horse.
Okay.
If he fails,
would you have to make a potentially get damage on that too, right?
No, he's not falling 10 feet, so it won't be damage.
In which case,
he's going to make a save anyway. So.
Okay.
You got a 22 on his strength save.
All right. And then the second unarmed blow. Boom.
Make another save. That's where monks start to shine. Smackety smack. Don't talk back.
Oh, 19. Damn. For another 10 bludgeoning.
You'll only open hand once, or is that per hit?
It's only once.
I think it's once per flurry of blows.
Gotcha. That's too bad.
Right. He is now bloody. Are you done, sir?
I am done.
All right. Good. Taking a whooping. All right. It is Zalara's turn.
Go get him, Zalara.
Zalara launches herself off the horse as moon wings sprout from her back and her eyes begin to glow. She goes.
Oh, yeah, she does that.
That's her jam.
And she flies up over here and she says, "People of Khassan, we are here to protect you." And she draws forth her bow and she
kills everyone.
Helps to finish what Nam started over here with these guards. Clear a path for the unfortunates to.
Yeah, they can fall back.
So she's going to fire twice.
Oof.
Oh, that's not going to hit. There she goes. She hits the second one.
16.
She's going to finish off this one closest to her. So her first arrow buries in the ground as a warning, but then she decides to kill himself. So that is Zolara. She's hovering or flapping in the air at the moment. Now it's Azrael's turn.
Alrighty then. All right. And move my character over. His 65. That's way about there.
I want the cap to live so I can look him in the eye and go, "You're right. We couldn't save everyone."
Right. I believe that was my 65. If I'm off a square, let me know. And then can I see through this crowd to the guard over to the Mojir over here?
Yeah, you can see him.
Okay.
Well, you're on a horse, and he's on a horse, so he.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Clearly visible at the moment to you. Yeah.
All right, I'm planting a fireball out of reach of the.
So you're basically going to get him, his horse, and the two guards.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Throw that.
You can position that in such a way that you're not going to hit the.
I just want to give you.
It probably scares the pee out of a few of the unfortunates, but.
Oh, it's going to steer them away in that case. Good for that.
All right, so go ahead and roll your damage.
All right.
A bluish white fireball explodes. Boom. As fiery moonlight explodes into the so that's 24 damage.
It's going to be 23 damage. 27 damage.
27 damage.
Actually, no, wait, minus the 4. Minus the 4. The 4 shouldn't be there. That's wrong. That's
23 damage.
23 damage.
23 damage.
Yeah.
So it will be important then.
That's right.
DC is 16.
DC 16, yeah. Dex save.
All right, the two guards are dead after failing their saves.
Yeah, they made their choice.
They go up in flames, and the Mohajir is going to.
You do your job, I'll do mine. And you're right, we couldn't save everyone.
I have a strict code. Those are the salt.
Aurelius is crafting his one-liners.
I'm working on it. No. Wait. You do.
No. Wait.
You do. Wait.
Everybody do your job.
Get up. No, guard captain, get up. I want to do it again.
Yeah, we got this again.
He's completely.
Aurelius,
he's like can't even hear me. I'm just doing incredible.
Both have jobs.
I spent like a whole round practicing.
All right.
Only job you have to fear.
The Mohajir and the horse fails, but the horse only takes half damage, even though it fails. As the knight directs him so that it only takes half. So that was going to be it was 23, so it would be 11 for the horse.
Yeah,
indeed.
He's not bloodied, but the knight takes the full 23. And he doesn't look happy. He's not bloody yet either, but fire clears. It's like on his horse. He's got his falchion in his hand. Are you done, Ezra?
I am done.
Now we get to see what they're made of.
Skin and bones, buddy.
All right. The Mohajir next to Cal will attack Cal twice with his falchion with advantage.
With advantage?
You know why he gets advantage?
Because he's got the mounted combat feat?
Oh.
He does. And because he's got the mounted combat feat, he has what name? The high ground.
He has the high ground. That's right. It's over, Cal.
He has to have the mounted combat feat to get it.
I'm flying as high as he is.
It's actually based on your size, not on where you are.
It's medium or less, he gets advantage in the attack.
It's over on a big horse.
Nobody gets the high ground on Cal.
Oh, he's going to be.
So anyway, he slashes out twice.
Did I hear that the enemies have advantage automatically?
Just with the high ground. Just with the high ground, baby.
They miss every time anyway.
Those are both going to miss you, though, as he swings out at you.
It's like duck underneath this horse.
That guy can't do anything. This guy is going
because you were flying, you didn't have the high ground. That's why he missed you.
That's right. He thought he had the high ground and he swung well, but yet I was higher.
He's going to do a. Let's roll a double D20. They don't have much.
Well, good news, John. I think there's only going to be 2 of these guys fighting next round, maybe only 1. So we do. Drell can get on the guy.
The bar is too high for him to really do anything with, so he's going to jump over this fence and swing twice at Drell. So you have a night. He does not have advantage on you because you're on a horse.
Also have the high ground.
Oh, I rolled it with advantage. I'll just take the first.
You got.
I should always roll. But they should be automatically rolling.
I'll take the 6.
It'd be a 15.
Oh, I know why it's that.
Yeah, but the 6 misses with authority.
He falls off his horse. He rolled a
17's going to miss you too. They are just not as cool as you guys are now.
Remember these guys used to be tough?
The unfortunates are trying to free each other. They're working on each other's bonds. And this Mohajir over here rides up here.
Don't do it, man.
And raises a sword.
You do it, you die slowly.
He's like, stand down or I start killing these peasants. He's holding an axe.
He's so dead.
All right.
What'd you command your owl to do?
So he's going to. Where's my owl? Where is my baby? Here, come here.
He's way off the edge of the board.
That's it. Well, he can't move that far, so he's going
to. You have to tell me what his command is. What's his command?
So I'm commanding him to come and give me aid me in combat.
All right. You technically need to give your commands on your turns.
I do it in his turn.
He's not a puppet.
I do it in his turn telepathically because I can do it as a telepathic thing. Requires no action. But he can only move 60 feet and do it. So he can't move 120 and do it. So he moves 60 feet closer.
All right. There. He stops right here to take a shit. And then he goes,
wow. This owl is needy.
Needy.
I'm just going to do this. I'm just doing this till I get bored of it. And then I'm going to give him back to him. All right. The guards.
Flee.
These guards are like, fuck this. 1, 2, 3. These guys start running, dashing away. So they're actually off the board. These 2 that are dying here. This guy moves from under the tree. 1, 2. Or he freezes here, looks at the Angel Khassan, looks back at the Mohajir. This guy, the guy next to Aurelius, he's a little more inspired. He's going to slide under this tree here and flank Aurelius. Right. Give a spear jab of doom at him.
It's just straight 22 then, because he doesn't have disadvantage with you with a cloak.
Oh yeah, it's just straight up.
Yep. I just turn around and slap him. I literally
it's only a 20, which is going to miss you while you're dancing.
Yeah, I grab the tip of the spear and go, not today.
You cut your hand for one. All right, Nam Foodle.
All right.
Banish this guy right here.
Yeah, we got to banish the guys about to kill people. He might be holding his action for some of you, but maybe he doesn't notice me. I'm pretty far away and I'm up north. So hopefully he won't get one before I banish him. So I'm going to shoot John, the guy who's threatening people.
Yep.
Am I okay from range here? I think I am.
80 feet's plenty, yeah.
You have a longbow technically, so you have plenty.
It's 150 feet, so yeah.
So I'm all day. So I'm gonna shoot him right from here. Just rolling to hit. Whoop. How does a 20 sound?
20 is going to hit him.
Doink. And we're gonna try a banishing arrow on him. So first he takes the damage. So let's do that. And so he takes 12. And then we are going to try to banish him. So
he is now bloodied.
Sweet. He gets to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
DC 14.
Come on, this is when you need to fail. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Oh, in a poof of fairy dust, he's gone.
He sees you go, he starts to bring down the falchion. and he disappears.
That's the first arrow.
You have one more arrow too.
Yeah. Now the second arrow, these guys up here in the north are running away, so no need to do. Well, did anybody get off the map yet?
No, you can. They're plenty of range in your range.
You got 150 foot of range. Yeah.
How many are left to the north? Just two?
There's two running down the road. They are kind of off the map, but
okay.
Not. But they're well in your range.
We don't want anybody to get away. Are the guys down here also getting away?
Guys down where?
These guys, are they getting away too?
No, they're dead.
Okay.
Those are my dead.
So the only guys that are getting away at the moment.
You know, when you're playing on an actual board and you push all the miniatures to the side that are dead.
All right,
they really got.
So there's these two bloodied guys. I don't want
I'll put. Now that I know you're confused by them, I'm going to move them to the GM layer.
Thank you. Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to shoot this guy with my second shot just so he doesn't get away. Although, how's Cal doing against this dude right here?
That's
Drell. He's bloody.
Drell?
Yeah, Drell. Sorry. How you doing, Drell?
Drell hasn't even begun to fight.
Oh, then no. I feel like Drell's got that guy. So I'm going to shoot this guy over here. Quick shot at that guy.
Which guy?
This guy running away just so we
can. The fleeing guy. Okay, fire away.
I'm pretty sure that was Azrael's point earlier. So we're going to fire at that guy. Whoop. And how does a 20 sound? Pretty sure that's good.
That hits.
And he's going to take that guy getting away is going to take another. Ooh, he's going to take max. He takes 14.
Oof. All right. He's no longer with us either. You catch him right in the neck and he stumbles to his ground and his buddy running next to him is like, oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, and then I'm actually going to action surge. He's crying out to Sehanine, which is.
Yeah, I'm going to action surge so he can't get away.
Oh, good call.
So, action surge. I'm going to fire. So I get two more shots. My next arrow goes the last runner. Here we go.
Away. He's getting away. He's getting away.
Oh, that's only a 14. How's that do?
He managed to knock it aside with his shield. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure
there's right at his feet.
Yep. Shield saves him.
So the good news is it ricochets off his shield for him. The bad news is that it ricochets within 60 feet. So we're going to go this guy on the horse. It ricochets off his back, and Nam, he saw this potentially coming, so he kind of curved it, and he gets to roll again at somebody within 60 feet. It's going to be this guy. And, that's probably going to miss him too, darn.
Oh, that'll miss the Mohajer guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Bounces
so my last shot,
his armor.
My last shot, I'm going to fire at the running away
guy. Dead guy.
So one more at the running away guy. And there we go. 27.
That definitely hits.
Got him. And he's going to take only 7 points. Does I get him?
That's all he had. So that
Sweet.
Kills him. Gets him right in the back.
And Nam's got to roll for all of his arrows. He shot 4 that turn. And 3 of them are lost. Well, 1 exploded.
All right. Are you done, Nam?
The curve came back to you.
I have yet. The curved one came down, bounced out. I caught the one as it bounced off the other guy's. Ping, damn it.
Boomerang arrow.
All right. Nam's done.
All right. Drell.
All right. I'm going to stand up in my stirrups and with a double-handed, I'm going to just cleave this guy in two with a reckless.
The word is twain.
All right, recklessly. Are you great weaponing or just recklessly?
I am not great weaponing.
He is in plate mail, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm not great weaponing.
All right. He tries to defy you. He brings up his blade.
He does not defy him.
He does not, because of your recklessness, blows through his attack. And how much damage does he take?
Yeah, how much damage does he take? He takes 24.
He is hanging on to the reins of his horse.
Is he bloodied?
I'm sorry. He was.
Yeah. No. Okay. Just checking. Okay.
He's not looking too well.
His hand is still on the reins, but his hands are not attached to his body.
Yeah, he's got blood gushing out from the wound you just hit him with.
27.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt too.
Now this one won't have the divine fury.
Correct. Just has your rage damage and your
so just a 16.
You've cut his head off and his body slumps to the ground. Alien.
We're gonna need more bad guys.
No, don't say that. You know he's gonna bring out some big giant.
He's got more bad guys.
guy.
This is just the.
This is the
definitely not the beginning.
This is the appetizer.
This is the battle to make Aurelius feel better about his.
Here comes the salt dragon.
When he got his masculinity removed from by the
guard.
I don't think I've used hypnotic pattern in like literally 4 levels. So there you go.
Are you done, Drell?
Yes, I am
you
done.
Technically have a bonus swing now, right? Oh no, because because you're great weapon.
Yes,
so you could move. You could move the horse. You do have a. You might have to jump a fence.
There's a fence, huh?
Yeah, but you could land right here.
Let me. What is? Oh, I could get over there, right?
Yes, you could.
They kind of look like they have that well in hand, but whatever you want to do.
Well,
there is that one knight that's going to come back from being banished at some point.
Oh, okay.
Next round, if you come here, then you can move around. Oh, you can't.
1, 2. Yeah. So you know what I did? I dismounted.
That's half your movement.
So it's half your movement to dismount,
and then I can make it to there
with jumping the fence.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics check. Don't roll shitty because it'd be funny if you land on your face.
Yeah, don't roll shitty. That's my motto. Don't roll shitty. How about an 18?
That's fine. And you just leap that. You hurl the fence. You land in him. You're pretty sure, even with your passive perception, you hear this guy peeing his armor.
Yeah, and I am I? Yes, I'm great weaponing, mastering.
I'm going to get him the great
barbarians. He has a shield and chainmail.
Yeah.
But you can do whatever your heart makes your heart happy.
This is what my heart desires.
And you miss.
You do miss.
17?
-5.
You got a 13 was your highest.
I got an 18 -5, which is a 13. Whatever, you guys in your math.
Holy leaping barbarians, Batman.
I bet he's scared, though.
Sadly, you think you probably could have killed him with a regular hit.
Yeah, probably could have.
Are you done? He does look scared. He ducks under. He instinctively drops down on one knee, holds his shield up. Your axe, you're swinging for the fences, and your axe skims off his shield. Aurelius.
I'm going to yell at these guys right here. I'm like, to the unfortunate in the chain, step away from the horse. The horse there. He'll be back. And then I'm going to take a regular advantage attack, not a cantrip attack, not anything on this guy here, fighting the guy on the horse. So we'll see if I can hit him with, and I will get advantage because of my good friend Cal. Give me advantage. So it's a regular to hit. It's going to be a 19.
A 19. He parries it.
All right, I want to use that parry.
I only got to use his parry.
In that case, I'm also going to do a Toll the Dead on that guy on the horse. And it's a D. You
were swinging on the guy on the horse, right?
Yeah, on the horse, yeah.
You're swinging.
It's a DC 17 for 21 points or 21 points of damage.
All right. He calls out to whatever god he calls his own. And
21 points of necrotic damage.
So he takes 21 points of necrotic damage?
21 points of necrotic.
I think he's dead.
He grabs at his head, and he's holding his head. He's got his sword still up there. It's like, but he's barely holding on to his horse. Blood is just pouring out of his nose and his corners of his eyes.
I go.
It's actually more like necrotic damage. It's just kind of sucked in, but
he
looks like a giant raisin. You got anything else, Aurelius?
Yeah, I'm gonna stare down this guy very aggressively right here and say, "You sure you didn't want to run?" All right, next.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the captain is still enthralled by his hypnotic pattern. Cal.
Aurelius, I say you can handle this guy. It's going to get the guy who's going to reappear.
Well, just kill this guy first, and then kill this guy. Right? It's you can well, it's up to you. You do you.
I'm going to take a swing at this guy, my quarterstaff, with advantage.
It's like, oh no, I don't have a parry. Not going to matter with a 30. You smack him upside the head for 12.
Now we really
dead.
Your quarterstaff catches in the side of his neck, and it hits so hard in his exposed neck, his helmet flies off, and the carotid artery just bursts, even though it's a blunt weapon, and he falls dead.
So I did that as I was flying by him, by the way. And now
you can do a flying strike.
It's the flyby. I'm doing the flyby. Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, you don't technically have flyby.
You can sit in the guy's horse.
We won't hold it against you. He's not there to take advantage of it. Plus, he didn't have a reaction.
Over here.
Mount the guy's horse and ride away.
Are you flying above that guy?
Well, I'm going.
I was going to see where the horse. I was going to see where the horse goes on this turn, but you can mount it now because it hasn't gone yet.
I wasn't going to mount. I wasn't planning to mount. I was just going to position myself there and hold my second attack for when he appears.
I can't hold the second attack.
Oh, I
sadly.
can't.
It's all one action.
Oh, in that case, I'm going to use my second action to swat the horse so it moves away.
Why don't you? You could fly. Okay, you can do that.
So I'm going to swat the horse with my.
Yeah, you can just tap it for. It's wearing like heavy armor, so it's going to run away from you.
There you go.
Going to ride off this way.
Now I'm positioned between myself and those guys, and I don't get a. Do I get? I can use my bonus action, right?
You can if you would like to use a bonus action.
I'm all set right now, I think.
Okay. Zalara is going to go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and she's directing the. She's like, "Go, return to your homes, free yourselves, and return to your homes." And she's hovering, and she's holding her action on the same person that you're near, Cal, with her bow.
Can I use my bonus action to free some of these people?
No, it's not a bonus action, but you can free one person as part of interacting with an object.
Oh.
So yes, you can free one of them.
Okay, so I free one of those people first, right?
Yeah, you can help them. They're basically trying to untie each other, and you got much nimbler hands than they do with your sleight of hand. So you just slip one. Like here, all you have to do is pop your thumb out, and then you just slide it around. Azrael.
All right. I'm gonna move with the horse to about here. Oh boy, I have to try to get over the fence, right?
Yeah, you have to do an animal handling check with your horse.
I was gonna dismount the horse over the fence.
You can dismount it over the fence. It's just a minor roll.
We're using inspiration.
We are. Go ahead.
I am not failing this again.
It's fine. Fine.
He's not embarrassing himself in front of the angel of Khassan.
I want to do cool stuff too.
His sister can't do it.
You do that thing where you ride the horse up, have it stop, and then you push off of it with a 22, launching yourself over the horse's lowered head and land on your feet on the other side of the fence. Bang!
And then I'm just going to maneuver
like a
here.
boss.
And also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to get to here, and I'm going to start trying to help other people get free.
That's a little kid right there. You're helping. He needs help.
Yeah,
the one right next to you is a little child.
What is my action to do that? I don't know. I don't have.
By the way, Aurelius, Jalila's right here. That's Jalila.
I was gonna wait until I need to kill this guy.
She's free and she's helping other people free now.
It would be my action if I do that as like a.
You can just let one person go as part of interacting with an object. You can help them. But as an action, you can do something. You can do an action if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw up because I'm just being cautious about a swarm of people.
Throw up.
I'm gonna throw up detect evil and good on myself. It's a 30-foot radius.
Oh, protection or detect?
Detect, not protection.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, there might be spies.
Yeah, just the thought.
Thinking.
It's for finding aberration, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead.
Yeah. So just
notice an aberration on the other side of the group.
Just in case any of them happen to be something or related to the Raven Queen.
You sense a celestial within you range, and that is Zalara.
All right, that's
she's a little outside it, but she's extra glowy today.
Free the kid.
Yeah. So far, you're not seeing any of the other things. You're just sensing.
All right, that's fine for me. Just the caution. All
right. That brings us to Mohajir. So this guy's going to come back and be prone on the ground as he slams into the ground.
He can make a dex save to not take the damage, John, as a rider. But I know how you can do it.
Well, he's going to try. He is actually has mounted combat, so he's actually going to try to make a save to see if he can land on his feet too.
All right. If he makes it, he's on his feet. That's right.
Yeah.
Good.
He does. So he's on his feet, which actually is better for Zalara. He sticks the landing. Iron Man lands, and then looks up, but he did lose his whole turn. That's at the very end of his turn. So Zalara's going to light him up. Attempt to light him up. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes. Crit.
All right. It's going to crit.
Oof, that's going to hurt. Catch up with that, Drill.
That is 28 points of damage thanks to Planar Warrior.
Well done.
Ow.
That buries into him. He is barely standing. He drops. He just started to come up from his Iron Man knee and takes that right in his shoulder all the way to the fletching. And she just stares down as the arrow. The first arrow swung over his shoulder. She apparently is too emotional to hit twice in a round. And she stares at him. She goes, "Your death is upon you, pretender." And then
dying of your death.
I really want to do this. I think he won't do it. All right, let's try this one. There we go.
What's going on with the guys in the acid trip down there?
They're hypnotized by me. So I removed them from the equation.
Half the line starts running. We're picking up the kids, the ones that can pick up the kids.
Could I go in there without being hypnotized, or will I be hypnotized?
Yes, you can go in there, but as soon as you...
It's not there anymore. It's like a flash.
Yeah, and it just said let us know there. Once you hit them, they're no longer hypnotized. They can then defend themselves and fight back. So you don't want to AoE them.
On an individual basis, or once one hits, they can all wake up?
No, one individual basis. You can take one at a time. You can literally gangbang one at a time.
All right. So that was all the unfortunates start running, even if they're not untied, they're running together. Jalila is running in the direction of not of Aurelius, but of Zalara.
All right.
Still a work in progress, Aurelius. Don't worry. Don't worry, buddy.
It's those artists.
Your owl can come over and aid you if you want.
I'm going to aid, so he can do a flyby attack. So he's gonna fly.
Oh, you want him to attack?
It's a fly. It's a
flyby aid.
It's an aid. So I get advantage on the first, and somebody gets advantage on the first attack, and he can end up anywhere over here he wants.
I lost him.
So he moves 60 feet. So you get him on top.
I see him.
There.
He's over here.
Yeah, he can be there.
Okay. So you flybys, aid you. The guard's turn. This dude just drops his weapons. This guy facing Drell is dodging.
This guy facing weapons?
It's the top of the round. I hate to be that guy.
The one in front of you just dropped his weapons.
I hate to be that guy, but should we pause here at the top of the round?
Yeah, let's call it. We're at the top of the round. So, because there'll be things we want to wrap up and everything. So
yes,
it's probably a good.
I gotta go take care of the dog. So these are things.
No, so it's all good. I like it.
Euphemism.
All right. So we are. What's that?
Another euphemism.
Achievement unlocked. You've made it to the end of another D6 Generation episode, the podcast whose humor has universally been acclaimed as not too horrible. Please let us know what you thought of the show by emailing us at info@the d6generation.com. If for some inexplicable reason you actually enjoyed this show, you can help others find out about it by leaving positive reviews on iTunes. Thanks for listening and happy gaming.